It is, baby. You know what time it is, baby. I know it's been a while. Yeah, I'm back, baby. We back, baby. I know it's been a while. You know it's been a while, man. Time to cook. Send out those notifications. We're gonna run it up. Uh huh. I wanna know why they do this to me, man. It be having me crazy, man. Damn, I just got on. Chill. Uh huh. That's all we talk about, man. It's been a while. It's been a while. You know, we back waiting on my boy to hop on. It's time to cook. Yeah, it's time to cook. You know, we're gonna let them get these notifications out there, boy. Listen, this is a big one right here for Abdullah Mason, Albert Bell. You know, I want to know what's next for Andy Cruz. You know, could it be Joe Cordina? Could it be Lomachenko? You know, listen, we going to cook. I promise you, we going to cook. This shit about to get crazy. It's about to get real crazy. I mean, let me send this shit out to Bill Haney, Bernie the Box. I'm gonna send this shit out to everybody, y'all. Give me a second. I'm gonna try to get all of these people that be ducking smoke in here. I'm gonna do my best to get all these people that be ducking smoke in here. I'm sending out these notifications. My apologies. David Benavidez, McCallion, we broke this months ago. I broke that months ago. You know, shout out to everybody on Facebook tuned in. Shout out to everybody on Instagram tuned in, Facebook tuned in, YouTube tuned in. Waiting for my co-host Santos boxing the pool up. You know what? Listen, man, it's about to get real deep out here in these streets, in these YouTube streets, Facebook streets. You know, hey, you know we was lit yesterday. Shout out Mill City Boxing. I appreciate it. Shout out my boy, man. You know it's all love. Y'all seen what it was. Shout out my broski. We fight all night. You know what it is. Yeah, but Bernie the Boxer, bitch. I'm gonna keep it real, man. That boy's soft, man. Bernie funny as shit. You know, we was cooking yesterday. I had that boy mad. That boy was in his feelings for real. Bernie was in his feelings for real, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But it's a lot to talk about. You got a big fight this weekend. And then you know, um, a great card all around. Sunday you got a rematch between De Los Santos and Rayo. Uh, I want to know what's next for Andy Cruz. That Albert Bell took this fight with Abdullah Mason. Uh, Albert Bell, nice. But I just started thinking like, yo, like these brothers is too familiar with each other. They've been in the ring with each other. Sparring. They from the same state, around the same area. Um, it's going to be one of those ones, especially for Ohio and for all the Ohioans. For all of the Ohioans, like my mother from Ohio. I'm born and raised in Philly. I'm born in Philly. The craziest hospital ever. But that's a big fight for Abdullah Mason, even for Albert Bell. But these brothers know of each other, so you feel me? But it's gonna be one of those ones. Plus, you got Tiger Johnson on the card. You have Shoo. I don't know if Nico Ali Welsh on that card. I would like to know. Yo, I'm gonna be getting zapped, so bear with me. You feel me? Because they always trying to censor and hide the truth. Especially yesterday, how me and Bernie was going at it. Now Bernie want to fight me. Why is every time I get on somebody when I shout out to my brother Mill City Boxing, when I get on Mill City and it's probably Zab Judah, Bill Haney, Brian Orban Sr., Bernie the Boxer, Bo Mac. When I get on with them, why do y'all want to fight me? Why do y'all want to fight me? The truth hurt, man. The truth hurt, man. That shit had your butt cheeks hurt. I be trying to tell them boys, man, leave me alone, man. Cause y'all gonna frame broil, you feel me? Know what I mean? But it is what it is, long as I get to come on here and put a smile on everybody's face, I did my job, man. We gotta live, man. It's about living, man. Enjoy yourself, man. It's a small world, man. But really it's a big world and it's beautiful, but laughter, you know, it's the purification to the soul, man, purification to the heart, man. Not just like the bed, man. Some people call it jello, over here in Philly, we call it, yeah, we bitten, man. You know what it is, man. You know what it is, man. But yeah. Oh, hold on, y'all. Hold on. My boy on. Give me a second. Yeah, give me a second. Co-host about to pull up, Santos box. Listen, man, we about to flame point. The Turkey situation. Listen, we're gonna talk about the Turkey situation. David Benavidez and McCallion. We told y'all this shit right after the Zordo fight it was gonna happen. We not with all of the propaganda. We don't do that. If I say something gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And it's happened. You know? Shout out to my co-host Santos Boxing. Shout out my brother Low Nose Boxing. These those the two that broke Teofimo Lopez versus Rolly Romero before anybody. You feel me? And we posted. You know, this Tank and Devin thing. Tank and Shakur thing. We got a little inside scoop on things, but we're not gonna feed it to y'all yet. We ain't gonna feed it to y'all yet. We gonna let y'all niggas starve. We know what's gonna happen. We know what's next. But we're gonna let you niggas starve. We're gonna let you niggas starve and wonder what the fuck we talking about over here. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell y'all because I already know who's next. And I ain't gonna tell y'all niggas. I ain't gonna tell y'all. No. But I know. I might tell y'all next week. I might tell y'all and then after ending you. Might tell y'all after that. I might. You know what I mean? They definitely sent Devin Haney something. But I know the hit list. Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Mayweather. He went to rematch with Lamont and Pitbull. Remember, it started off with Frank. He only got 5 fights left on that prime fight, on that prime deal. Remember, Tank got 60 million on that prime deal. He started off with Frank Martin, then Lamont Roach, but he got to do a rematch with Lamont. Jake Paul was going to be in a situation, but they got to go. So the rematches is Pitbull Lamont, Shakur, Devin Haney, Mayweather. So Pitbull and Lamont got occupied. It's occupation that happened. You feel me? So if you think about it, it's supposed to be 3, but it's only 2 there. You know? So which one is going to be? Which one is going to be? Shakur not signing the Zuffa. So which one is going to be? Shakur not signing the Zuffa. So which one is going to be? You feel me? So they got it. And the crazy thing is, this the Schofield fight was signed, but it wasn't part of the plan. You know, we all know the WBA took Tank out of recess. Now all of a sudden he's back in recess. So Schofield and Floyd and Lucas Badati is going to get the fight. Um, is it a duck? Yes, it's a duck. Yeah, it's a duck. You know, and the reason is a duck because you're not fighting your mandatories. You know, and it would have been a great fight for Tank, and it would have been a great fight for Floyd Schofield. You know, he's his mandatory, so you make the fight happen. But but we gotta understand Tank. Like, damn, if I'm gonna come out, like this is the prime deal. This is what I'm. So this is going to be in the way of it. Even though this draw happened, it's going to be in the way of it. So now I got to go back and I got to spin the block again. Instead of making it Abdullah and Keyshawn, now I got to make it back Roach and Pitbull because those are the only 2 people that took me the distance. And a lot of people thought Pitbull beat me, and a lot of people saying Roach beat me. So I'm gonna go out here and clean them niggas. Me personally, I thought Tank beat Roach. Clearly, you listen. There's the first 7 rounds. When you look at the first 7 rounds, it's already 5-2, 6-1. Tank up. Tank is up already. Going into the 7th round, or let's say going into the 8th round, the first 7 rounds is already 5-2. I mean, yeah, it's already 6-1. Now, I mean, or 5-2. A lot of people had it 5-2. I had Tank the first 5-6 rounds. You know, and he won some rounds in the second half. He won like 2-3 rounds in the second half. He won the fight. So you could label the fight 8-4. You know, people took, oh, he took a knee. Lamont never touched him with a shot. Go back and watch this shit. It's 0.5 speed. He never touched me with a shot. But you know, he got to spin the block, and now we left with You know what I mean? We gonna find out though. The world gonna find out. But I'm glad I'm glad McKillian chose David Benavidez. He chose to go the right route. He chose to represent the WBC because he's the WBC champion. So it's only right to represent your body sanction, nigga. You're the WBC champion, the biggest in the game. You're gonna get paid multi-millions, nigga. So McKillian, you ain't even gotta worry about that shit. Ja Okataya, you had an opportunity. You're moving backwards. You in boxing PC. This nigga's in a boxing witness protection program. And the reason I state that, because sometimes you got to blame fault to Dana. Coming out, we're not dealing with none of the body sanctions. We're going to be a lead. And now all of a sudden, you know, it's a promotional company. Ring Magazine is a promotional company. You know, we hear about Turkey in the situation. You know, hey, Turkey, we sorry. You know, but other people was going to say other things. You feel me? And before they say other things, well, we're going to say the shit first. You know what I mean? When co-hosts get on here, we're going to talk about that, you know, because we understand what Turkey said and told us, and, you know, we hope he get well. You know, they're secure to everything. You know, and all I can say is, you know, alkaline diet, you know, the health remember, you know, I thought it was Alzheimer's, as I mentioned, you know, and that's nothing to play with, you know, and the turkey that went now is nothing to play with. But you know how they call people conspiracy theorists? You know, you got a couple people out there that's thinking like, well, he only saying that because he about to go to jail because they got Daniel Cutting and Turkey spending his money, so Turkey about to go to jail. That's what a lot of other people saying, you know, on the conspiracy theorist side. you know. And when you look into some, because y'all want to see the videos, a lot of things gonna come out. When you look into it, you be like, damn, he was kidnapping people and stuff. It's starting to make you think and wonder, but you like, people put smut on a person's name and like a smear campaign. You see how they lied on President Trump. Um, like right now, you see what they doing to Michelle Obama. You feel me? It's a smear campaign. It's a smear campaign people do, and they put it on boxers. Floyd went through it. Jerron Boots Ennis is going through it. Tank Davis went through it. David Benavidez is going through it. And you watch people say the dumbest shit in the world. You know, I watch people like it's funny, right? Because people glorify Jay Opataya. Who the fuck did Jay Opataya fight? I want to know who did Bibble fight. If you take Canelo out of there, who the fuck did Bibble fight? Nobody. Who did Bittery fight? Nobody. These niggas fought nobody. Then y'all want to say David Benavidez ain't fight. Nigga Anthony Durrell, Caleb Plant. Am I cold? What's up, boy?
Yo, it was good, bro. Pardon me, bro.
What's up?
My fault. I had to get this shit situated, man. What's going on with him?
No, I just was talking about, the propaganda list. I was getting into the Turkey situation. How the conspiracy theorists is going to come out and say Turkey probably going to jail, making this other situation. I just was giving people saying, before they start seeing the videos and people start saying that we be the first to tell these people to be aware of what's coming. You know,
Yeah.
listen, we've been broke right after the. Listen, y'all can go back. Y'all can go on the post of All Facts No Opinions, right? And y'all can see that we the first ones to post that David Benavidez will fight McKillian. And this was like probably like a week or two after the Zordo fight. We made this post, but we ain't go live to tell y'all. We probably did. I gotta go check, but
Yeah,
we've been broke this, y'all.
I don't
We
really
always
remember.
break the news.
I don't remember, but
And I was telling them about the Tank situation.
which one? What situation?
I was telling them about Tank. Uh, between it's gonna be between Dev and Shakur. And I was telling them how he had the 7-fight deal with Prime,
Yeah,
and
and
how
that
Frank Martin
and that
wanted
was
to.
years ago. And remember, that's when niggas started throwing hate on Tank and all that shit started getting blackballed because it came to light that he had the biggest deal in boxing history over Canelo, over all them niggas. Yeah.
And the
What
crazy
up? We
thing, he
fight. What
still
up?
got it. Hey, we fight all night. What up? What up? What up? Yeah, thank you. We fight all night. If Bitter V and Bibble was black, they would have been calling them bums. Thank you.
We gotta call a spade a spade. Who made them niggas them
More like
niggas?
if you take the mellow out of Bibble situation, who did them niggas fight? And it's crazy, right? Because I'm glad he said this, right? I know, we know. When they mention Boots' resume, I laugh about the situation because Bud Crawford, Earl Spence, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Adrian Granados, Virgil Ortiz, Xander Zayas, Stanionis, Bakram,
Kel Brook. Nigga,
Armando
even
Oliver.
the Kel Brook.
Yeah, Kell Brook. I'm breaking all of these people down, right, y'all? A Roman Villa, Speedy Rashidi. Have you said Stanionis? A Josh Kelly, a Josh. No, Jeff Horn. Um, it's a lot of names I can name, y'all. Right?
Hey, we fight.
Damian Fernandez, Chris Van Horn, Connor Ben. All
Yeah,
of these people was ranked in the welterweight division.
yeah.
Majority of the people I know was ranked in the 4 body sanctions, from 15 to 5 was ranked in the body sanctions. Jerron Boots Ennis, when all of them niggas was half of these brothers was Earl. Remember, Earl Spence was running around collecting the belts. Kell Brook had mandatories. Sean Porter had mandatories. Keith Thurman had mandatories. Danny Garcia had mandatories. Niggas just end up fighting names. So those mandatories in the top 5 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. Boots fought all of them niggas and beat their ass. And y'all people say he ain't fight nobody when he was cleaning all of them up and coming welterweights from 2017, 18, and 19. He was cleaning them up. Xander was there. He moved straight to 154.
Hey, we fight thing. I actually seen the comment right away as soon as I had joined up, but we just for some reason we just tripping on them. We didn't read it fast enough, but you already know we gonna fix that up. What you got going? We fight. How you doing? I heard your shit over there
We fight
jumping.
balling on the niggas.
I heard.
Listen, my nigga, the 100 million, you nigga. Y'all better stop that shit. You better put respect on my brother's name, nigga.
Yeah,
That nigga 100 million, nigga.
yeah. Fuck out of
Yeah, we
here.
fight all night. Yeah. Yeah, but my nigga half a Billy. Call that nigga half a Billy.
Straight up.
That's what we gonna call him.
Word.
Half a Billy. Yeah, we fight off. Yeah, my brother half a Billy on his job. You know? But yeah, and I was telling them how this Albert Bell and Abdullah Mason is a great fight, especially for Ohio. You know, my mom born in Ohio, but raised in Philly. Um, you know,
Is
them
somebody there?
Ohioans, man, I don't know too about Ohio.
Your
I'm from
cat just
Philly.
walked
I mean,
out.
I'm born in where that nigga at? Oh, he upstairs.
Nah, nah, nah. Over here, somebody. I just seen somebody. My downstairs neighbor. I seen a cat run off their balcony.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, nah, that's my family. My wife ended up bringing my cat from my house over here and shit. I mean, so yeah, you going live for
We
Boots?
going
Are we gonna
yeah,
pull
we're
up?
gonna pull up. We're gonna pull up for sure.
We gonna pull up.
But you know
Are we
what?
gonna pull up?
I
Send me the link.
ASAP. But listen, I won't.
Have
Hey,
that
I won't be
send
there
it.
for
We take
long though.
it.
Because listen, as soon as Boots knock out Xander, I gotta go to round one shit and let them boys eat all that crow up. Cause they've been talking crazy. They've been talking crazy.
Crazy, crazy,
Yo,
man.
we fight.
Shout out front line, what
Shout
up?
out frontline in the
Yo,
building.
no, I don't know. But
Okay.
I'm just saying shout out
Yeah, for
Frontline.
sure.
Because we about to cook you niggas. I don't know what's up with you niggas in this Puerto Rican pride shit. Y'all niggas, nigga, I'm a Philly Rican, nigga. Y'all niggas better chill, nigga. We listen, Philly, New York, y'all niggas, listen. Listen, cookiendo. Listen, we about to ball these niggas up. Y'all niggas
I'm
crazy.
gonna say it like
What's
this.
the guy, Patrick?
That's the only southpaw in Xander resume, and he took him 12. He took him 10. Excuse me. Remember, guys, Xander only been 12 two times. This is his third 12-round fight. Both them 12-round fights, everybody see it. He fade late. His legs too heavy for him. He too. You know what I'm saying? He got to move up and weight because he gets sluggish. He can't keep that shit up for 12.
And I can tell my people this. People talk about Cameron, right? When Boots fought Cameron the first time, Boots shut him out 12-0. Well, then you watch Cameron come back less than 1 year,
We
y'all.
fight.
Less than
That's a
1 year.
fact. That's a listen to what we fight just said. Listen to what we fight just said. He said the weigh-in's gonna tell it all in the Albert Bell fight because he wasn't supposed to even be ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? So he might be losing that weight too quickly. That's okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Remember, him and Andy Cruz was for a couple weeks after, right? That shit was like for August, right?
Yeah.
Him and Andy,
Mm-hmm.
August. Him and Andy was set for August. That's heavy. That's true. That's definitely true. You gonna be listen. Dang, this joint about to be crazy.
Ugh.
You know, but that's a good rumble. People don't realize Boots' last few 147 fights, it was hard for him to make the weight. Now he will go into his great. That's what we keep telling these people, you know. And when people don't understand, Xander going to come in like around 180, 180 something. He's going to be slow. When them later rounds coming, them body shots starting to take toll. Just listen, go back and watch the Abbas Baru fight. You see it. The George Perez fight, you see it. Like every time he goes the distance, he starts to fade in the late rounds. You already know how boom, boom. He gonna go from the top, then boom, start stabbing the shit out that body. And it's gonna be all pressure on that shit, bro. All pressure. Watch that shit gonna get crazy. Listen,
Yo, bro, I just can't get over the fact this nigga only went 12 rounds 2 times. And on top of that, he only fought one southpaw. One southpaw. And look at the southpaws he had in camp with him. Who's the southpaws he had in camp with him? Jermaine Ortiz? No disrespect to Jermaine Ortiz, but come on, bro. That nigga's nothing like Bruce. Like, you gotta see what these niggas is doing in that camp. You know what I'm saying? Like, or have it, Bruce spinning around, kissing niggas' gloves and shit. Yeah, my man Ben broke that. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit crazy. Shit crazy. I believe it's gonna be an ass whooping. And it's gonna get worse as the fight go on. That's how I see it going. You feel me? Xander may start a little strong, try some front foot action, but that's not how he fight. Like, I know I keep seeing a lot of things that he could do everything. Yeah, bro, Boots never won by split decision. And let me ask you a question. We fight. How different that fight would have been if it wasn't in Puerto Rico? I'm not saying he got robbed or anything like that. I'm just saying how like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta pay attention. Like, nigga, you wasn't even dominating how you supposed to dominate. And Abbas is somebody who fought nobody. Like, he beat Tellez. He beat Tellez. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he ain't never do nothing. All respect to him, but how we gonna put the stamp on him? Like, Bruce's resume is way better. But fought way more Olympians, way more champions. Yeah, bro, he be knocking them niggas out. And look, another thing I want to touch on: Bruce went pro 2016. Xander went pro 2019. Yeah, 2019. Boots got 35 fights. Xander got 23, I believe. I believe.
yes,
That's a 12 fight difference in 3 years of being professional.
he got more knockouts than Xander got wins. Like, he like 35-31. Fought the better competition. Stanley Owens is a bigger name than everybody in Xander's resume.
Fuck that.
Niggas be
Abbas
hating
is a
on Roman
punching
like
bag. Abbas is a punching bag. All he do is come
and
forward.
they all sparring partners. They all his sparring partners. People
Yeah.
acting like Roman Villa was a ranked number 5. He was the number. Listen, I wish people can go back to 2023 Ring Magazine when Oscar De La Hoya had it and look at the top 10 welterweights. It was Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, Jerron Boots, Virgil Ortiz, Roman Villa. So now Roman Villa don't count. He beat Speedy Rashidi, but now he don't count. So when Oscar owned it, the Ring Magazine, none of that shit count. It only counts if Turkey on it now. And it's not even a magazine no more, it's a promotional company. That's what I tell people, like, yo, the hate be so real, but this is what they do to black fighters. Black American fighters from the ghetto, from the hood, who's the real superstars, this is what they do to them. You know, they forcing superstars upon us. They trying to create all of these commentator stars, all of these commentator fighters, and these commentator superstars. They forcing us to believe certain fighters is good and they not. Like, y'all already putting that shit. Xander is not Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto built his shit from knocking niggas out. Trinidad built his shit from knocking niggas out. Xander not building that shit like that. He don't sell tickets. Them brothers was. They was selling. They was putting asses in seats. Them niggas was fighting in Vegas. You feel me? The reason they kept that shit in New York because they know boots sell well on the East Coast. So if we put it in New York, we're gonna see Xander bring the Puerto Ricans out.
And I don't know if a
That's
lot of
all it
people
is.
know this. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but you know what I'm saying? You should know this if you know this. You know, some fighters, they just get a flat rate. Like, for example, when niggas fight Tank, they only get flat rates. You know what I'm saying? Like, they get they flat rates. So, what I'm trying to get at with that is that these promotional companies will fuck around and buy out those seats and give out those seats just to pack it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how the shit go. Like for example, I don't know how that shit was in Egypt with the with the Usyk card, but that shit almost took like an hour or hour and a half, damn near, for that fight to get started.
Yeah,
And none of them niggas was in
nobody
that
was
seat to fight before, in them seats. But you see them niggas walking out, that shit flooded. But if you pay attention to everything, all these fights that really happen, you always notice right before the main event, it gets swole. But look, at the same time, yeah, okay, you could argue niggas be in the bathroom, niggas be trying to get food, niggas be trying to do all this and that. Yeah, but if you go on ticket,
he is an industry fan.
if you go on Ticketmaster right now, nigga, them seats are still available, but you're gonna see niggas in them on fight night. You know what I'm saying? They be on Ticketmaster. I'm telling you, they got the lounge.
Yeah,
They got, you know what I'm saying? They got all that,
yeah,
multiple lounges,
yeah.
nigga.
Cause now that facts, you know. And one thing, like shout out to Terrence Crawford. Like I said, I was arguing with Bernie the boxer, y'all. Me and Bernie going through it. We was beefing yesterday. Well, everybody want to fight me. I don't know why, because the truth hurt, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But I went back, and I went through BoxRec, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna go all the way down to Crawford when he first turned pro. So I hit the first one, hit the second one, and I started hitting. I'm like, damn, this TKO thing, it sounds very familiar. Look, very familiar. Let me keep. Oh, okay. Then he get with Timothy Bradley. And then now that's over with BLK. Oh now he back with Ish Henson. Oh, this TKO niggas is back up again, bro. Always been a plan from the rip. Now we understand
Mm,
why Bob Arum never wanted to push him to the forefront. You know,
mm. I gotta look
like
into
I tell
that.
people, you ain't gotta believe what I say. Just go box rec the shit and see it yourself.
Yeah, we gotta look that up. But on the other tip,
You know,
before you keep cooking on that, hey, we fight. Listen to this. Listen to listen to what me and bro figured out the other night. We doing some digging, we doing some research. Why Xander Zayas and Andy Cruz got the same manager? Who's in who?
Peter Khan.
Peter Khan. Andy Cruz and Boo's Jim. Andy Cruz and Boo's Jim. And if you know anything about
Yeah.
Spanish people, shit.
You know the
Hey,
crazy thing
hey,
is,
hey, you can see that shit with your own eyes over there at round one in front line. Cause them niggas don't even know them
yeah,
niggas.
bro. And remember, Quad better over there in Xander camp. This shit, Mo City. But shout out to my co-host for breaking that news, cause I ain't know that shit surprised me when he told me. I said, what? Hit that shit up. I said, oh, I sent the message though.
Yeah,
You heard
yeah,
me?
gotta let them know. Gotta let them
I
know.
I, I direct message that shit straight to Blue. I sent that shit straight to him.
Mm-hmm.
I know that niggas like they like, yo, listen, nah, we stand on that shit. We stand on everything we say because we know it's the truth. You know, shout out to my homie from Texas. I ain't get your name, my brother,
Oh, Texas was
but man, you
cooking.
was cooking that nigga yesterday. Texas was cooking. Shout out to Floyd Senior for holding us down, hopping on after, even holding us down. Even mentioning us to other guys.
Yeah, yeah,
Saying we
yeah.
was cooking, burning, great minds think alike. You know, and I would love to pick Floyd Senior brain, because we think alike, we on the same type vibe,
And once,
we know mandatory is
you know what
supposed
I'm
to be taught,
saying?
you know.
And matter of fact, without dropping no names, we don't fuck with a couple bitch ass niggas you don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, real fact, like A Senior, I'm trying to tell you, man, that nigga got on Press Street, that nigga was on Press Street and never came back,
yeah,
real shit,
yeah. And I'm off
you know.
probation now. Ooh, boy, I just got off probation. Hey, how many days ago I just got off probation, bro? I just
And I agree with that. I agree with that one. But imagine Jair fighting Andy Cruz. Who's going to fight Andy Cruz now? Could it be Joe Cardina? Could it be Lomachenko? Or could it be Jair? because it's for the IBF title eliminator, right? So you know, I want to know who's going to be there. Yeah, damn, man, I did it backwards then. This shit's supposed to be the joint. I mean,
Yeah. Fuck that. We cooking anyway. Straight up.
yeah, I'm gonna fix it. Yeah, but listen, man, Sean, how we gonna do this, man? What you gonna do, man? We have to bring the
Bro,
drum out on these niggas,
man,
man.
we can bring it all out on these niggas, man. These niggas, hold
Bring
on,
the drum out on
hold on.
these niggas. Who you want to start with? Who the first nigga we gonna
Give
start
me
with?
1 second. Let me answer this real quick. Hold on. Hold on. Pardon me. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Word.
Who we gonna start with?
Shit, we could fuck around and start with. We could start with the Tank lies. The lies that was put on Tank. Let's start with that right there because now we see
Right.
apparently. Look, y'all gotta pay attention to this shit. I know y'all seeing how they keep putting Tank as champion, then champion in recess, then back champion in recess, right? All these niggas was talking that shit about saying he got a case going on, this and that. He got a warrant for about some old shit that's already handled when he lived down here. But listen, yeah, when I say down here, I mean Florida. I'm in Florida right now. So yeah, he lived down here in Florida. Listen, he coming. He coming. And everybody that was talking, they gotta sign that motherfucking contract when it come.
Yep.
They gotta sign that contract when it come. Cause you see he going back and forth with Shakur. Okay. You see he going back and forth with Haney. Okay. But what's up with that paperwork? Cause I thought Tank was scared. I thought the only reason you niggas ain't fight Tank was because Tank was scared enough to never send a contract. You know what I'm saying? So what's going on now?
Yep.
Devin Haney, what happened to 144? You won't go to 144 for a smaller nigga? Like, what's going on with that?
Hmm. But I'm glad we on this Tank thing, right? Cause y'all, we told y'all in the Jake Paul situation, the bitch can't sue him unless Tank have a criminal case. Weeks down the line, a criminal case got filed. It felt off. We've been telling y'all this. We've been telling y'all about if Tank moved to Florida and he's on probation, wherever his case was at. But if the case was in Baltimore, that means if his case was in Baltimore and he moved to Florida, his probation got transferred to Florida. You can't live in Florida and fly to Baltimore. You can't do that. Your shit got to get transferred down there. We've been telling y'all all of this. So everything we've been saying, y'all watch everything we say transpire. Now, if Tank, listen, if Tank beat that bitch the first time, the nigga would have already been in violation of probation. When he got locked up, they would have kept his ass. He would have had a detainer. You feel me? I don't know how Florida is. You can bail out on detainers. I don't know nothing about that. But I know here in Philadelphia, when you get a detainer, nigga,
Not
you ain't
whenever you
coming out
got
until the outcome of the case.
not whenever you got multiple violent cases.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That shit
So
ain't
if you're
going.
on probation, you get a bail, you can bail back out.
One more time?
I said, when you're on probation and you catch another case, can you bail out?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. You see,
But
I like that. No,
but the only
and
thing is the only thing with that is you could be on probation, but let's say if you out on bond, they'll fuck around and revoke your bond and then keep you in there until you get in front of the judge and see if they you know what I'm saying? See what they gonna do with you.
yeah. That's how they do here in Philly. But in Philly, they don't let you pay bail. They keep your ass to the outcome of the case because the judge ain't trying to hear that. The judge want to, make you sit. So it's the same like here, bro. We telling y'all, Tank ain't going through none of that shit. He's just trying to finish off the deal that he had with Prime, and he got 5 fights left. And it's best to take Shakur and Devin Haney right now. That's the best thing for him to take. But the key thing we want to tell y'all is don't let all of that other propaganda steer y'all wrong and tell y'all something different.
Yeah.
Because that shit is not happening. The boy Tank is coming. He's fighting this year. Don't believe in none of that bullshit y'all hearing. You know,
October.
shout out, Jose Benavidez is going to be his new trainer. You
Is
know,
that true?
that's
Is
talking
that
about.
true?
I'm an ass. I don't know, like,
Yeah. You
because
gotta see
remember
we
I
get him
was
on the
worried about the
line.
other shit, and then that shit came like yesterday. After I talked to the nigga, so I don't know. I gotta ask him. Uh, that'd be good because they know of each other. They know each other. You know, plus we'll see what Jose can do with Tank. We already know we're gonna be rapid combinations. You know, he's gonna turn Tank into a dog.
I was about to say
He's
that.
gonna
That
turn Tank.
shit. I don't know
He's
if
gonna
it's
turn
true or
Tank into a dog.
not, but if those is his coaches, bro, and say he come out there with that type of style, yo, my nigga, those niggas
Yeah,
ain't.
Jose Benavidez is the Mexican Kenny and Calvin Ford put together. He's done. And people need to understand he didn't fire Calvin Ford. It wasn't like that's family. That's not trainers. That's family. Tank just was chilling, running around, getting working with everybody. You feel me? Um,
Yeah, he let y'all know that his
I don't
last
want to put
fight.
yeah, like I don't want to put this rumor out there. And some people like, oh, you just making shit up, and the people from B-more be like, nah, in fact, like, bro, y'all niggas telling the truth. I won't be surprised in Tank case, they told Calendar to stay away from you.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know, uh, I'm just saying, y'all. You know, it's just real out here. You got a lot of backdoor shit happening out here in boxing. Uh, you got Zuffa, the new mob in boxing. They got the money. That's one thing I can't say. They got the money, but they stingy with the money. They stingy. This Devin Haney and his insensitive shit. I understand Zuffa. I can't blame Zuffa. And I sent you that shit about incentives and shit in boxing. And I can stick up for them right there because y'all niggas that we signing, y'all need to understand is we know y'all niggas know y'all don't sell. So when we y'all sign this contract, we taking everything from y'all. So y'all think y'all gonna get this big pay. And we're gonna see because how much did Edgar Berlanga sign for? If Devin getting 100 million, what Edgar Berlanga and Richard Hitchison get? What was Shakur gonna get? You feel me? But when you look at these fighters, I still believe Devin Haney and Shakur sell. But like Dev, not like that. We already know Berlanga and Richard Hitchison don't sell. So what did y'all sign for? But the key thing that I'm getting to is about consistency and shit. Like, bro, you got to put asses in seats. You got to sell pay per view. But yo,
Yo,
Yo, I'm here.
now we got Hurricane in the building. What up,
Okay,
what's
Hurricane?
good with
okay,
you, Louis?
okay.
Chillin', chillin'. What's up? Talk to me, baby.
Nah,
Let's
I heard you
talk.
cooking on the Zuffa, so I was listening. Keep going.
Yeah. On the Zuffa situation, right? About the incentives, right. Zuffa ain't pay per view. One, this where they fucked up on these situations because I agree with them for a certain bit about y'all niggas. Like, you gotta put asses in seats. You gotta sell. But when you sign to them, nobody can sponsor you. So whatever you get really goes to them. We even seen that with the Rampage Jackson situation when he broke it down about the Reebok deal between, he was the first one to bring a sponsor deal to the UFC and Dana White, blah, blah, blah. But my brother, we fight all night can break down that situation better than I can.
But another
Um,
thing too, another thing, look, whenever you sign to them niggas own your name. They got the rights to your
yeah,
name, and a lot of people
yeah.
don't know that.
But when you sign to them, and that's where I was going to get to. By signing with them and they own your name and they own you on some WWE type shit. It's when y'all leave these brothers, what y'all gonna do? That's it from there. You know, when people look at Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, they already created and captured legacy. Devin was undisputed. What? 3 divisional champ. Shakur Stevenson, what? 4 or 5 divisional champs or shit like that. They already captured legacy, so they not really worried about that. Them niggas worried about trying to outdo Tank and get Tank type money. Because they never was there. But at the end of the day, y'all niggas don't sell. But signing with Zuffa got the bag. But bro, the fights y'all putting on is ass. All of the fights y'all putting on is ass. It's trash. Y'all giving us different dates. Then y'all want to hit us on a Sunday. No, if y'all the biggest thing in the motherfucking game, if y'all the biggest thing in the game, you feel me? If y'all the biggest thing in the game, y'all gonna bring your own fighters. Like what happened to Oswaldo Molina? Why he's not fighting no more? It was another fighter that was interviewed that say, "Damn, Zuffa, they signed me, then they threw me away."
Yeah, but you can't have
And they're doing
sponsorships.
that
We
to the
fight.
fighter. You feel me? And another thing people need to understand is Conor Ben is signed to Riyadh Season Ring Magazine. It's the same company under Zuffa, but he's not signed to Zuffa like Jay Obakaya, who had to give up his IBF.
Oh, I ain't know that we fight.
Like
I
trying
ain't
to
know that. That's breaking news. Shit, to me, I ain't know that. He said he
Also,
said
what happened?
he said Ilya Taporia signed a deal with Richard Milley that Zuffa can get nothing from. So we fight is saying that you can't have sponsorships and things like that whenever you a Zuffa fighter. But will that always last? We fight because right now they're a promotional company.
The UFC fighter?
but we also gotta be realistic. Everyone is not gonna be a superstar, and everyone is not gonna be a champion. I mean, we just gotta keep it hot. I mean, we can support and we can go through all of the boxes and give their attributes and their pros and cons on what they do good inside of the ring. But the truth of the matter is, everyone is not going to be that A+ elite superstar. You might have the talent,
Yeah.
but if the promotion, if the managing, if the money is not right, then 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be that mega star. So we got to stop putting that jacket on all of these fighters and let their careers play out.
Mm-hmm.
That's just real talk, bro.
But
No matter if they sign with Zuffa, no matter if they sign with Top Rank, no matter if they sign with Golden Boy, everybody is not going to be a superstar. And you know, one division that got me to realize that,
What's
because
that?
again, we could have really had 20 superstars in one division at 135.
yeah,
I mean, when we talk
that
about
shit was
Kid Austin, Abdullah
working.
Mason, Raymond Mortala, Andy Cruz, Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, Tank Davis, Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko, man, it is them. Everybody can't be a superstar. So you
But
you got to look at these contracts as well. The only thing that Zuffa did was come in and just get a good start and say we're gonna take as much money from this sport as possible, and they'll be done in the next 5 to 7 years. And they, because again, they're gonna start losing money after that. You don't have any sanctioning bodies bagging you, so you can't really fight for a world title. The one title that you are fighting for ain't really considered as a world champion. It's a Zuffa belt. Um, they're signing to you to get money. Where's the money really going to come from at that point when you can't have world championship fights because the sanctioning bodies ain't sanctioning? Again, it's just like with Turkey. It was another avenue with the door opening. He was able to get in and take as much as he can up front, and they're going to see losses and profit losses on the back end. Watch what I tell you. But they're trying to make everybody a star when everybody can't be a star. That's why it's so bad with this 4 belt era, and they want to make everybody a fucking champion.
mm-hmm.
Real nigga shit, bro. And that's why I'm not entertaining. Oh, Turkey got this over here, and Zulfa Dana White over here, and PBC over. Man, it's all been running game from the get go because the only person that matters is that fighter.
Yep.
Without that fighter, y'all have no job, regardless.
Yeah, facts.
You got shit. Respect the motherfucking fighters, man. That's for the fighters, man. I want the fighters, really get paid and stay getting paid, man. It's a lot of good fighters out there, man. It's a lot of great fighters
We
out there,
fight. We
y'all.
gonna have
And
to see, man. We just gonna have to see with them niggas, man. I don't know. I don't know.
I know. Look at it. You got Tim Zoo and Errol Spence, whoever win this, gonna be on their high horse, and they're gonna put them back on the all-star level. Then if
yeah,
they really confirm it and keep it hot, and one of them end up beating Charlo, and now he really beat the undisputed. So now you back on the superstar level, and that could be Errol Spence. So that whole thing with Crawford ain't do nothing but put him right back on the same pedestal that he never left
yeah,
from because his fan base has already been there. Now, when we go and look at a person like Kid Austin, no, he don't have an Errol Spence fan base, but it only takes one fight with Tank. Now he's on that level. And he might not have Tank crowd or Tank fans, but he's on that level because he got Tank on his resume. But we didn't lose the draw. So again, you that's how you go about getting back to that superstar level, but we're still talking about the same guys. We're not talking about nobody new. We're still talking about that 5% that are champions, that are superstars, just regurgitating the shit that they already had. Nobody knew. Like I say, every blue moon, there's a new face that comes in, like a Ben Whitaker, like this person or that person. And then either they prevail or they fail. And then it goes around in the next five and the next five. And it's going to always be that 5% of superstars and champions in the sport of boxing. I don't give a damn what promotional company you're fighting for. If I don't make sense, please be my guest and cut me off.
yeah, man. The one thing about Kid, I know in Texas, Kid Austin be selling where he from. He be selling. He be putting asses in seats.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is we're still talking about the same 5%. We're not talking about any new fighters. When we're talking about a fighter getting a payday right now, when we're talking about a fighter elevating their career and going to A superstar level, it's only a handful of fighters that we can talk about. But when we look at it, it's thousands of fighters out there, Louis, like Tito Mercado.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
I love.
I can go down the list and keep naming fighters all day that won't one day. I mean, I'm not saying Tito won't. I'm not knocking Tito down. I'm just saying it's been plenty of opportunities where he could have been in that position, and other fighters as well. And we just know, huh?
Like remember, Michael Antonetti was with PBC.
Right.
Never got his chance and opportunity.
Right.
Motherfucker.
Right.
Peter McConnell just with Eddie never got his chance and opportunity.
Right. And that's all I'm saying.
Kevin Duncan fighting on Showtime. He never got his chance and opportunity.
That's all I'm saying.
That's why I'm here for all the up and coming fighters. Shout out to my guy Raul Gomes, Killer Gomes, a beast, Blast Saint. Blast Saint not getting his not getting his opportunities, and he's a fucking monster. You feel me? Like it's a lot of these young fighters that's not getting the chance and
they're not going to get it because they're not in that 5%. Is what I'm trying to get you to understand. I don't give a damn if you leave PBC and go to Zuffa, or I don't give a damn if you leave Zuffa and go to Ream Magazine or whatever Turkey got going on out there. It don't matter if you're not in that 5%. It's not enough money to spread around to have a 20% bracket for everybody to be a superstar and a champion. And that's what boxing is not being realistic anymore. It was realistic at one point. They're not being realistic anymore, Louis, because again, outside of that 5%, there's no more money to spread around to make you that superstar, to put that limelight on you, because then you're taking it off of somebody else that's in that 5%. So yes, we're gonna keep regurgitating the same names over and over because them the only ones gonna get them big opportunities. Or you gonna be a nigga like Demetrius Andrade and waste your whole time and one scenario, and then once you do get your big opportunity, the big break, you fold, just like Jamel Charlo with Canelo and Demetrius Andrade with David Benavidez. When you don't prepare yourself or when you don't stay ready, and you do get that moments when we
Yeah,
see all the time, then you fall.
yeah.
Yeah,
Facts, facts.
yeah. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
That's facts.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm just talking to my brothers right now because the shit really low key pissed me off. Louis, you know how much I love this sport, and the way that these people are not being realistic with it, bro. It drives me up a wall because that's what it is. It's
Yeah.
not that everybody. What? My bad, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off. What you were saying?
No, go ahead. I'm letting you
Shit,
cook.
it's
Go
a
Oh,
ahead.
commentator sport right now. It's a commentator sport right now, man. These niggas paying to get put in their position. They managers putting a arm and a leg, pulling favors left and right, trying to get them in that position. I agree with everything you saying, bro.
and it's not making the sport better.
Yeah.
It's not making the sport better. It's actually watering down the sport and making more people that don't know shit about boxing have this futuristic mindset when it's not reality, bro. It's not reality. It's not how boxing ever worked.
Or some WWE
It's some
shit, bro.
WWE shit and and again, to be honest with you, I was talking to my brother the other day. It's not that I don't hate or don't like the UFC. But they should be making the 5% boxing money because they're fighting 5 times a year, really fighting, and they ain't making nothing. But
Facts.
you sit up here fighting, paying these boxers to be a champ, a one belt champion, when you got 8 other champions making $200 million for one fight and fighting 1 and 2 times a year.
Yeah.
And they still made more than the person that fought in UFC 5 to 6 times in this one year. And probably fought better competition than you fought in them 2 fights. It's bullshit.
And that's a fact. And that's a fact.
It's
And then the
bullshit,
fights
bro.
we really want, we really never get.
You're taking the sport I love and turning that shit into a mockery. And you're making everybody believe that you got all this money when I promise you, if that 5% spread it to 25 to 30%, where you can put 25 to 30 different champions out of 100 fighters, just 100. I ain't even talking about all the thousands of others, with just 100 of them, 25 to 30 fighters on a pedestal from 108 all the way up to 200 pounds in each division. You have damn near 25 to 30 damn champions, 6 across each division. And it's like, how you gonna spread out all this money? Where's this money coming back from? Because I promise you, Kid Austin might put 75 to 10,000 in the damn arena. Errol Spence might put
Yeah.
45 to 60 in the arena. Devin
Yeah.
Haney might
Yeah.
put 20 to 30,000 in. Tank might put 50,000 in the arena. That's still only them 5% that I can name.
Yeah.
Cause ain't nobody else putting that many in no fucking arena.
Everybody else ain't gonna do it.
Ain't nobody else. Shakur might put 15 to 20,000 in the arena. Ain't nobody else. It ain't too many other boxers putting them type of numbers in the damn arena.
Boots put over 12,000.
Boots can do it. That's still in that 5%. I'm waiting on the outside of the 5%.
It ain't there. It ain't.
We're going to keep regurgitating the same names over and over because they trying to be unrealistic and draw this big ass board where everybody can have more if you go over here and do this and go over here and do that. And none of that shit is realistic because there's no budget for it. Without the budget, without the financial thing, I never seen a business start without a CPA or a CFO. I never seen a business start without a CPA or a CFO, bro. You need that financial advisor, that financial officer, that certified personal accountant, because everything matters, even taxes when we come down to talking about this shit. This is a legit business.
Niggas hitting from the rent.
Then you got all these other fees like sanctioning body fees. You gonna try to take that away? Well, they just gonna hit you hard in another area. Because whatever area they telling you is canceled over here, they just adding that money to the back end somewhere else. So it's unrealistic. And they got these non-believers believing that that's how this shit work. And this ain't no damn Vince McMahon show. This is boxing, bro.
I'm glad you say that. I'm glad you say that, man, because these motherfuckers really need to know. Because a lot of people don't. They don't. They don't understand the business of it. They don't understand what goes on in the background. They don't understand how contracts is really talked about. They don't understand that there's more fighters than the fighters that we know, and how other fighters, like you breaking it down, is not going to get the opportunity and chance that the 5% is going to get and make. You know, and that's fucked up.
That's fucked
You
up.
know, that's really fucked up. You
Because
know,
look, hey Louis,
because a lot
hey
of
Louis,
people,
answer this for me because I know you know boxing inside and out. How long did it take two fighters now? How long did it take Dimitri Bivol and Terrence Crawford to actually get their opportunities and be at the stage they at now? Let's keep the shit hot.
forever. Forever. Like me and Bernie was arguing yesterday because I was breaking it down to him. You know, we understand when Bud came in the game when he got signed to Top Rank. Well, that shit was like around 2011, and they blackballed him. They lied and said he ain't said. You know how I fight? Yeah, that shit sold out. And I never agreed with Bob Arum about that. That shit sold out, but it shows that a promotional company can blackball a fighter and lie to the
Exactly.
public and tell them other things. You feel me? And we see something different. Bud was selling out that motherfucking every time he fought in Omaha, that shit was sold out. So I never believed Bob doing that. But he never got his opportunity till he fought Spencer. But he's like 37,
Exactly.
30,
Look how long it took
like
Bivol to get his opportunity. 36 when he fought Canelo. And that nigga been fighting on
yeah,
HBO.
all this time. And that's why I say, like, when we look at
Yo,
Bivol,
yo,
you
I'm gonna
like,
get up
damn,
out
who
of
he
here.
fought?
I'll let you
He
tomorrow,
fought
brother.
Canelo. All right.
I
He's
won.
like, damn,
I
all
Hurricane.
right, one.
All right, Brody.
He'd be like, when people be like, damn, who Bivol fought? And people like, oh, well, he fought Canelo, and some people, well, the nigga ain't fight nobody. But you got to look at, like we talking about the time. Niggas ain't give him the chance and
Right.
opportunity. Canelo gave it to him.
Right.
Y'all seen what happened, but look how long it took for him to
You
get
know
that
why he
shit.
couldn't get the opportunity though? Because at that time he wasn't in that 5% because they had no more money to spread out. Timothy Bradley, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, Shane Mosley, Oscar De La Hoya, all these fighters. He was young and up and coming. You were not in that 5%. That 5% can only be spread it so thin. And then when this opportunity came 10 to 12 years later, now look at it. And in another 10 to 12 years, it's going to be somebody else. It's only a 5 to
Yep,
7% bracket that they can make you a superstar and a champion and keep that limelight on you only if you're winning. That's the only reason why I stayed on Floyd Mayweather so long, because he kept winning. If Roy Jones wouldn't have never lost and kept winning and beat it on, it would have never lost him. He would have never lost his Rocky role.
facts.
I'm just keeping it hot,
That's a fact.
bro.
That's real shit though.
Like that
That's
limelight
real.
is only made for you when you are hot and that flame is up under you. And when they give that to you, that means you in that 5%. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Bivol time wasn't then. That's why he wasn't in that 5% and getting those paydays or them big opportunities. Fighting on
Mm-hmm.
undercards. Terrence Crawford. Yeah, you getting a little money, but you're not making Errol Spence money. You can put six
Yep,
to 10,000 in Omaha, but not 45,000 like he can in Dallas. Location, a lot of things matter. So when we look back at
yep.
it and break it back down to it, if you're not in that 5%, then how you gonna get this opportunity? Errol Spence and
Mm-hmm.
Keith Thurman actually at a time was in that 5%. At the time, Errol
Yeah,
Spence was,
and Bob
and he
was.
had a good sparring with. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Your time will come,
Yeah,
and when you get that opportunity, as long as you stay hot, as long as that flame is up under you, it's going to continue to go. So by you changing
yep,
promotional companies, making all these changes, bringing all these new entities in, trying to say you making this better and this the revolution, no. The original business in boxing side is still the same. It's only so much you can spread this money and this fame. Point blank, period. You can't put the camera on everybody. It's going to dim a little on Tank and shine more on David Benavidez. Then it's going to dim on David Benavidez and shine back on Tank. But we're not talking about Joe Cordina and Williams Apata. We're talking about two fighters because it ain't room for everybody to stay on that level unless you're hot with that flame up under you, bro. Point blank, period. So, Conor Benn, you just went life to death in damn near 2 to 3 fights with Chris Eubank Jr. The flame ain't still lit up under you unless you fight a Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, somebody like that, and actually win to get the flame back up under you. You get back hot. Again, we're not talking about nobody new. We're talking about somebody that's been doing this. And that 5% that's going on right now.
Because that's all they're going to keep trying to give us. They're going to keep recycling these niggas. It's all about the 5% because they thinking the 5% is the biggest fights to be made, you know? Because that's what,
you know what? And I'm going to tell you another fighter that should not be in the 5%, but I guarantee you he in that 5% right now. And that's Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner can come back to boxing right now and really get a bag.
Yeah. And that's a fact.
And that's bullshit. I mean, like, because there's so many other fighters out here that deserves the opportunity. He'll come back, and that's why I brought up Tito's name earlier to land my plane with this point. AB right now will get a bag than a young hungry that's been proving himself and showing himself, calling out the top dogs, than Tito McCarter right now. And Adrian Broner been retired. How long from boxing now? Since Black Ops put him down? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's just keep the hot. AB can come and get a bag before some of the active fighters because they're not in that 5%.
Yeah, they will do that though. All right, they will do that. They fuck around and give Broner the title shot before they give Tito that.
Exactly.
Shit, if he was to come back.
Exactly, bro. Real talk. Because like I said, bro, what was the point? And this one should make a lot of non-boxing fans and people, even on our level, that don't understand it. What was the point of the Conor Benn and Regis Pro-Ray fight? What was the point of it?
Nothing. Nobody want that shit. Nah, man.
What was the fucking point?
I thought it was to put Conor back in the knockout column.
Put that flame back up on him because why? He's in that 5% right now, and there's no room to bring nobody else in. So if he comes out here and look good against Regis Pro-Way, we can light a fire back under him. And now look at who's calling him out. The top dogs that's in that 5% with him. Because they got to keep that 5% going as long as it can and then bring somebody else in after them flames are completely out. It's the business.
Yeah. Like if you look at it, if they do create a new 5%, it'll be more like Boots, Bam, Abdullah Mason,
anyway, Fulton.
That'll be the new 5%, right? And when the old that's leaving, so it's crazy.
I mean, you can bring a lot more in there. You got Gary that's coming up. You got Frank Martin. You got a lot of fighters.
You got a lot. Huh? That's it. Like you're saying, there's a lot of fighters, and just that 5% is crazy.
Yeah.
It's the 5%.
And all the fighters ain't even in that 5%, but they will eventually if they keep fighting and keep winning and trying to get back to that type level. Because again, the fighter that they have under their resume, like I say, at the end of the day, we see Rolly literally come from nothing but a word of mouth from Floyd Mayweather in a sparring session from Tank Davis to being in that 5%. So again, they can put you and take you out of that 5% whenever they want to. But we're not going to sit here and act like by you going to Zuffa or this person signing over here to Zuffa making a difference for boxing, because it's still the fighters in that 5% that's leaving and signing. Like Devin Haney, like Shakur Stevenson, like this person. We're not talking about Joe Cordina going to sign with them. We're not talking about Dennis Barikchek going to sign with them. We're not talking about none of the fighters that's not in them 5% that's going to fight with these new people that y'all so-called bringing in. It's still the 5% that we're talking about. So how is the business or the sport of boxing growing when we're still talking about the same fighters in the same situations that we've been talking about?
Thank you. Thank you. Because I said that shit. I said that shit when Zuffa first started. I said, damn, if y'all want to come in the game, bring in some new fighters that's like we don't know about. Our people need to start talking about.
Right.
You know, and they just re-sign all of the fighters
That's
who
already big.
that have one fight. They have one fight left on their contract, and y'all signing fighters that the world already know. And the money y'all giving them, like we don't know. We keep hearing, but that's not like they
That's
ain't
the
none of my
same money
business. I
that's
don't
been
care.
circling around any fucking ways. That's why you doing it with the same 5%. That's what my whole point is. What I'm saying, you can't expand it no farther than the 5%. That's why Conor Ben, Ron Garcia, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney. That's why them names are being broke up with Zuffa Boxing. The same names we was already talking about. The same fights we was already trying to get made. And it just like you coming up with Zuffa don't mean that the fight gonna happen just because you got Zuffa. Because the shit would have happened anyways with PBC or Top Right. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
Thank you. Niggas acting like Al wasn't putting on those fights. You know what I mean? But that's true though. Cause like PB Zuffa, y'all got like what's up with Oswaldo Molina? That Mexican kid is nice. Like the nigga fight like a Cuban. He's nice. Why y'all not pushing me? I ain't seen him back in the ring since his last fight. You know?
And again, Zuffa should have had him fighting damn near 3 times a year so we can know about him. Because again, if the world don't know about him, they're not gonna put the support behind them. And them the fighters that I'm talking about. You go give them an opportunity and build Zuffa up with the new coming fighters so y'all build together. Now we understand the whole platform. But you taking Shakur Stevenson and just put Zuffa and taking Top Rank from under him ain't making a big fucking difference. That was gonna happen anyways, bro. That shit, I mean, what are we getting out of y'all changing names? Oh, it ain't Top Rank no more, it's Zuffa. Okay, got it. It ain't PBC no more, it's Zuffa. Okay, we got it. The only thing you did was change the name and keep the same fucking 5% fighters with the name, bro. That's my whole point. I like your video that you posted. What happened, bro?
Ali acting shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like the video you posted about Brian Norman signing Della Santos. They should have been Zuffa should have been going to Brian Norman instead of trying to sign Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. Hey, let's put Della Santos comeback fight because hell, I can't tell you last time he fought comeback fight on Zuffa. And with you being a promotion, you go to promoting it, he fights somebody competitive, and let's make this shit highlight. Now you coming out, you got to put that shit together, bro. Go try to sign that shit and make a bigger deal. You know what I'm saying? Go try to, and that's why I say like I kind of want to get in that business, but then I kind of don't because again, it's not going to make sense in the long run because boxing is old money and the old directors, the old heads that's really running boxing is only going to allow you to do what they're going to allow you to do. Ain't no changing that shit, bro. They only giving them a little breather room, and when they ready to snatch they fucking necks, that's what they gonna do, bro. It's gonna last a good 5 to 7 years. It's gonna change again.
Yo, remember the world seen them when Eddie Hearn came over here when the Zone gave him that $1 billion. When he came to America, them niggas ain't care. Them old heads ain't give a fuck.
Right.
Hey, nigga, we don't give a fuck.
Right. Ain't nothing changed either.
Yeah. Now look at him. You know, he's still fighting, but he's there. You know, he's solidified here, Matchroom solidified here, but he's there, like almost there now. But you see what they did to Dana White? They ain't let Dana White come in this motherfucking sport like he had it coming through the back door.
And still ain't in all the way. He ain't zooming, like I say, zooming them. They again, in order, and again, we got to keep it original. In order to be a world champion, you have to be sanctioned. For one. Again, for two, in order to go down to in any Hall of Fame or record books that really matters, you have to be sanctioned. And just because you're bringing in something new to the sport, don't mean that it's the right way. You're coming at it to get a payday, not the right way. So we
Yeah.
got to take all of this stuff into consideration when we're so happily and ready to bring all these new organizations into the sport of boxing. Wrestling, all that other shit is entertainment. It's not the sport. It's
Thank you.
entertainment.
It's all entertainment. It ain't the sport no more. It ain't. It ain't. WWE, man. You know. And you can even tell by well, this is what I dislike in boxing as of today, right? They say a person not ready, right? And a person like I'm gonna use Kid Schofield for an example. Kid Austin. If he's mandatory, how the fuck he's not ready? He had to fight up the rankings to get the number one to become the mandatory. So if I collected the WBA intern probably like 2 times, I collected the silver, the gold, then I got the regular and shit. I got the interim, and I'm ranked number one, and I've been ranked number one, let's say a year and a half. How am I not ready? But he
That
let's say
shouldn't
Tank
even fucking matter. For one, Louis, for one, the reason why I say it shouldn't matter, not your point, but the situation on their side, why it shouldn't matter is this. Is this reason right here. Because I heard Kid Austin say out of his mouth that he's the champion now since he didn't want to fight. He's the champion now.
yeah,
So by you being the champion, what is that a bitch about? You ain't fight him. Oh well. So that goes to tell me right
yeah,
there, it's more about just the fight. You wanted that payday too. Because now you're the
yeah,
champion. No, you didn't win it, but you can go out and defend it. So go out and
yeah,
defend it and say out of your mouth what I also heard is that you want to do something he wouldn't do and unify. So go unify with Abdullah Mason because that's just like fighting Tank. Also, to me, with better boxing skills because Abdullah Mason is bigger and has a better jab to me than Tank. So go out there and do it and build your own. And then you turn into a Tank by having the fan base because people want to see you lose now and people betting against you now. Go out there and be the villain. You don't listen. They
yeah,
take the wrong energy and they take the energy and put it towards the wrong places. I'm gonna say it again. They
mhm,
take the energy and put it towards the wrong places.
yeah,
So what? He don't get his opportunity to fight Tank because the only thing Tank brings is money. He has already been stripped for the belt. What does it
yeah.
matter?
I forgot. They said it yesterday.
I heard him out his mouth
When
on
he
Mill
proved it.
City say that Tank
Yeah,
got stripped for the belt. He's the champion now. And at the end of the day, it's like Tank didn't want to fight him, like his daddy was saying. He
yeah,
Ben didn't want to fight him and all. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. You don't have to worry about Tank. The only thing with Tank, anyways, is a payday. You're gonna get a larger payday. That's cool. That ain't the only fight out there to be made. Because after you fight Abdullah Mason, like you said, you want to unify, you're gonna do something Tank didn't do. So go out there and really make the fight happen. Don't let another 6 to 8 months pass where you don't fight Abdullah Mason because he fight
yeah,
Bell next. Don't make another 6 to 8 months mixed by because Raymond Mortala fight who? I don't know. Fight Andy Cruz. It's plenty of fights out there to make you a global superstar if you really on that
yeah,
hard work shit. So go out there and be on that hard work shit and get it done and make sure you're solidified in that 5%. Man, that's
yeah.
what I'm
Him and
saying.
Andy can fight right now. Because I want to know who's Andy gonna fight. Since Albert Bell fighting that Dula, who Andy gonna fight
He
now?
could probably get his
You
rematch
know?
for Murtala, or he can fight Kid Austin. I mean, it's plenty of fights out there to be made. He can wait
Yeah,
to fight the winner out of William Cepeda and Lamont Roach.
him and Kid can make it happen right now because Kid ain't got
Right.
nobody.
Him and Kid can make it happen. But Kid wouldn't be fighting for a belt. And well, he'll be defending his belt. He'll be defending his belt. So
Now he the champion now. Shout out Kid Austin.
So that's all I'm saying.
No, but,
The only thing you can really say now about the Tank fight is it was probably gonna be your biggest payday. But I thought y'all was fighting
yeah,
for the legacy. Y'all ain't fighting for the money. So what does it matter about a payday? You already the champion. I'm done with the Tank talk about. I'm not saying you can't talk about. I'm just talking about from my perspective, bro. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying, Louis? Why would I talk about something that only thing I can get from it is money if y'all fighters are telling me y'all doing this for the sport of boxing and legacy and it's not
Yeah,
about the money? You already got his
yeah,
belt.
niggas be kept. No, but now I only use them for as an example for people need to fight their mandatories. You feel me? You know,
Not
and
necessarily
that's
though,
what.
Louis, because if the unification fight is there, you need to fight the unification over your
Yeah,
mandatory.
yeah, yeah. I understand. Unification comes first,
And that's what
automatic.
I'm
You
saying.
feel
So
me?
there's a
But,
lot of opportunities where you can't fight your mandatory, and that's what I was so pissed off about Tank about, and that's what I'm so off about all these YouTubers about. Y'all want to keep talking about the Tank and Devin fight now, keep talking about the Tank and Devin fight now, but when Devin beat George Kambosos and had them belts, and Tank had the WBA, the only two champions at 135. No, I mean people was pressing the issue, but the fight didn't happen. So why you want me to get my hopes back up now when they in damn two separate weight divisions and two class higher than
yeah,
one another, and they had an opportunity where they could have unified these belts and did shit like that. Like I don't understand why we got to go backwards.
and supposedly they got a contact. I mean,
Like, why are we going backwards on some shit that already should have happened?
yeah.
Let's
If
talk
the
about
fight
the
happen
future.
now, we're gonna fight that. You feel me?
Because, like I
If
said,
the
if
fight
I'm
happen
Devin
now,
Haney, I'm not worried about Tank or Shakur Stevenson. I'm worried about Xander Zayas. Because Xander Zayas said if he would have came up there, he would have watched Devin Haney. So now,
he said that.
so now what I'm trying to do, I'm finna study this fight. You feel me? Whoever went out of boost and Xander, because you can't tell me Devin Haney can't make 154 and fight there comfortably.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting to win
Cause
on that
listen,
and going up there and doing that, building my own legacy, building my own Terrence Crawford legacy. You feel what I'm saying? My own Errol Spence legacy. It's going to be Devin Haney show. Devin Haney went from 135, then 147. You feel me? 154. You moving. You moving and you're gonna continue to move. That's what I mean. That's the only way you're gonna make the sport better and keep your name hot. Because when a person is doubting you, that's when you make more than when everybody is on your side. Again, as we love to say, they were not paying to see Floyd Mayweather, they was paying to see Floyd Mayweather lose.
ooh,
So
the
when
same
that's what
thing, man.
that's when you're now you understand where I'm coming from. That's how
Yeah,
you stay in that 5%. Keep
yeah.
challenging.
And Boots got that. Boots got that. Boots got that.
Yeah, but I'm talking about everybody else around them. Instead of talking about going to
They,
sign with Zufa, going to sign with this person,
yeah,
stay where the fuck you at and keep building your own journey and challenging yourself. It's what I'm trying to
yeah,
say. You get what I'm saying? It's so many fighters already, bro. So if you try to go down somebody else's path, then how far do you think you're gonna make it? But when you have an opportunity and you've been put in an opportunity to challenge and to go take them risks when people doubt in you and going to spend money to see, oh, watch this. And then you make the overcome. Now I gotta pay again to try to watch you. Now I gotta pay again and try to watch you. Now I gotta pay again and try.
mhm,
That's gonna make you bigger than ever.
yeah,
Bigger than ever. So why not go down that route instead of keep switching and changing and switching and changing and all of this nonsense? Motherfucker got to leave America to go fight in Saudi Arabia to get a check. What sense does that make?
that's the dumbest shit.
What sense
That's the
does that
dumbest shit.
fucking make?
And I'm still trying to figure out what big fight he put on in boxing, man, because I ain't see a big fight yet. Like the fights that we wanted, a Benavidez and Canelo, a Bud and Boots type joint.
Man,
Like
Canelo
we
about to
ain't
fight
getting
in
it, man.
Billy. That shit sad.
Nobody don't want that shit.
Why when you fight Iglesias?
Thank you. Thank you. That boy was running from Iglesias. Now everybody talking about Iglesias when y'all been talking about it for the last 4 motherfucking years.
Come on now.
You feel me? When Iglesias was smoking shit coming up out the ranks, the motherfuckers ain't give him his opportunity. Now they want to give him his opportunity. But you give a Billy his opportunity. When you know what Iglesias is more of a problem, and you know he probably can knock you the fuck out and get you up on out of here.
Nah, and it goes back, like you say, Louis, get them motherfuckers an opportunity. Stop trying to hold their careers, promoters and managers that want to be bigger than y'all are. Put Pacheco in there
Yeah.
with Iglesias. Actually give him a fight that people will come out and see. And what if he shocks the world, which I know he's not, but who knows? Who
No,
knows?
I think I got Iglesias beating Pacheco.
Huh?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a
I
banger
got
right there.
Iglesias murdering
I
Pacheco.
got Iglesias.
But
I got him sleeping
yeah,
in.
so
Ooh,
but we don't know until the fight play out, right?
that's a banger. Ooh,
So why wouldn't you go ahead and make these fights to keep, like, these are the fights that we need for the sport of boxing. If you need a new matchmaker, let us know. It's plenty of niggas on here that's ready to do that.
yeah, fact. Cause y'all giving us Pacheco in the lean.
Who the fuck want to see that?
No shade to a lean. You know, no shade to a lean, but
No
come
shame.
on.
But I'm saying, you talking about give him an opportunity. He's not getting the opportunity with Pacheco. Pacheco is, I mean, he's a fighter, but he ain't had that breakout opportunity yet. So
Yeah,
it's like
then,
you're saying it's a challenging fight, but challenging for who? Not the people that's paying to see the
yeah,
shit. The shit should
yeah.
we shouldn't
Cause
even
y'all
have to
gave
pay
him an
for
old
it.
ass Steve Nelson. They gave him an old ass Steve Nelson.
Exactly. Exactly. On a Terrence
Steve
Crawford
Nelson.
undercard at that.
Yeah, like come on, that shit was shitty.
Put them in the ring, make them challenge they fucking self.
Yeah, that shit was crazy though. That shit was nasty.
Like I said, bro, we should not have to go another year and a half to get the Bam anyway fight. And I want your predictions on how that fight plays out in 12 rounds.
I'm gonna keep it tall, man. I I got Bam on that joint. I got Bam. I like Bam. I like Bam. I think Bam can pull it off. Uh, I definitely think Bam can pull it off.
Give me your
Um,
breakdown.
it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one, but you know, can in the way put him down. Yes, I believe it's a 50-50 fight, but I like Bam in the fight. You know, but it depends where it's at. It depends where it's at. If it's here in the States, well, Bam is cool over there in motherfucker in Japan. You know, he used to fight over there in Japan. He was, I think, being promoted by a guy from over there in Japan before he went to Matchroom. But I like Bam in that fight a lot. I think anyway we'll have problems with Bam footwork. You know, it depends. It depends. You know, dang.
Who got the better jab?
Hmm. I like both of their jabs. I like both of their jabs. You know, I'm just gonna be a little bit more biased on the American. You feel me?
Right.
Um, I'm gonna be a little bit more biased on American. So you know, I'm
Do
gonna
you
always
think
say
weight
Bam. You
play
know,
a
got
part?
yeah, like you know, because I'm gonna keep it real. Like I'm not hyped on anyway. Now, I mean, I never was. I always thought they was trying to create a new Pacquiao. You feel me? And since y'all couldn't get that type of nigga, y'all just gave him the accolade. You know, and y'all moved his career in a certain way. Y'all made certain fighters champions, so his destination can be it can be cool and all right, and people can be like, no, well, anyway, this and that. But I don't believe in that hype train, and I believe Bam stop all that shit. You know,
Does Bam
but
have
it's a
enough
fun
power in
fight.
his jab to keep him at bay?
Shit, fucking with Robert Garcia wrapping his hands. That should have worked. I mean, it should. But
Because again, you gotta stop anyway at bay so he don't get them
yeah,
combinations off and be able to get inside. So I love Bam jab, but he would have
yeah.
to double up and triple up on it
Because
and stay on the
I'm looking at
outside.
the Cool Boy situation right now. You know, I'm thinking of the Cool Boy fight right now, and the Cornales fight when Cornales put him down, and how he was trying to keep him at bay with like he was talking about the jab, but it's like he turns more into a monster. And those combinations, when they're going to come rapid. You know, if you give him an opportunity and even give it 1 second or 2 seconds
Right,
of his type of style, he's going to take over. I learned that with Matias when he fought Hawkins,
right.
and Hawkins gave Matias the third round. He turned that fight into a Matias type of fight, and Matias won. You know, and just like well, anyway, you know, once they jab the neck and them combinations come behind it, you know, it only takes 5 seconds, you know, for a motherfucker can it landed, I'm going back at it, you know, and damn. I'm still going with Bam, yo. I'm going with Bam. I don't give a fuck about his combinations, and I'm going with Bam. I'm gonna rob with Bam.
Yeah, you know I'm a Bam till I die. Bam fight just like Shakur to me, so you know I'm riding Bam till I die. But I just had to get your breakdown because again, it's not about
I started thinking about it.
it's not
Man, that shit ain't gonna work.
huh.
No, I started to think about it like that. That shit ain't
Yeah,
gonna work on Bam.
no,
Bam
but
gonna
that
make that. He
because
gonna make that
that's a
shit perfect.
technical boxing fight, and
Yeah,
again, we
yeah,
don't treat it just like entertainment. We don't just treat it on a knockout. We want to know because the knockout is possible in that fight. Even knockdowns is
yeah,
possible in that fight in 12 rounds.
yeah.
So
Either
either
way.
way, both sides. So it's like we gotta treat it on are they coming using their boxing
Yeah,
skills and staying at bay? Or is Inoue going to be Inoue and Bam going to be in Bam and they're going to meet in the middle of the ring to go toe to toe? Or are they coming out of
yeah,
being slick? We can break this fight down so many different ways and have so many different outcomes. That's why we needed to happen. And again, we don't give a damn if it's on a Zuffa, PBC, top rank, match room, what Frank
we just
Warren
want
got
to
out
fight.
there, all Queensberry. We don't give a
Yeah,
damn. Just make the fight happen. And
we
that's
just
how I
want to
know
fight.
it's full of shit with all of this bullshit they doing. Because we just want to see the action.
Yeah, we just want to fight
We
it,
just
man.
want to
Just give us
fight.
the motherfucking fight. We going about our way.
How do you
Cause
feel?
it's like, yo, how long does he signing this $100 million contract, bro? Just give him the fucking money.
Right.
Like y'all prolonging the situation. Just give him the fucking money.
How do you feel about Tank going to Jose Benavidez if that's 100% true?
I like it. I like it for him. I want to see what Jose Benavidez, for me, probably in this generation right here, probably like from Jose Benavidez, uh, Abel Sanchez, Robert Garcia, Bob Tonto, seeing a African American fighter being trained by a Mexican, this generation is going to see it for the first time.
Yeah.
You know, I like it. I like it. More combinations. Dang, that shit gonna look crazy. More countering. More probably sitting in the pocket trying to walk down somebody, or I'm gonna keep it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I don't know because you know, we already know how old Tank is. So bad habits is always going to be there. So what can you teach a motherfucker?
Right.
You know,
That was my next question. What can he teach him? What can he bring to the table at this stage of Tank Davis' career?
I mean, I'm about to talk. You can't. Like, he's already an established fighter. He already have habits. So all bad habits is always going to happen. Like I like Mickey Bay with Devin Haney. I love Devin Haney with Mickey Bay. You feel me? But in that motherfucking Brian Norman fight, you've seen certain bad habits, but you've seen good ones too. You've seen some beautiful ones at that time.
You see them
You
add
know,
some
like,
attributes, but you still see the same old habits. Again, if
yeah,
Brian Norman would have landed the shot before Devin Haney or would have had more power on the shot than Devin Haney, then again, it would have been more effective and Devin Haney would have been in the position Brian Norman was in. So at the end of the day, Devin
yeah,
Haney still making the same mistakes. Me and fighters in the middle of the ring using a jab instead of standing on the outside and using jab the same way that Ryan Garcia caught your ass. And it could have been steroids that made him be quicker than you. But other than that, no, he hit you flush and you felt that shit. So we
yeah.
we we, we I don't know, man. It's just like I
That
gotta keep
shit
that
was
shit hot,
cool.
bro. You got it, and that's
That
what I was
shit was
explaining to somebody on
cool.
my brother Blue Bud channel. Like, bro, Devin Haney didn't lose the fight to Ryan Garcia off of Ryan Garcia having more knowledge or better boxing skills. He lost because he
Yeah,
fought the wrong style. The same style that
yeah,
he fought against Brian Norman Jr. The only thing was he was a little quicker and had the upper hand. He gotta stop that shit. You fight that style when you fight someone like Shakur.
yeah.
When you fight somebody like Tank or a nigga with power, you don't fight that style. That's not the style you
That's
want to
that.
fight because it's so much easier for your defense to lack and for you to get caught with something you don't see. And as we speak about all the times, the shot that hurt you the most is the ones you don't see. Stay behind the jab.
That's, that's true.
So, I mean, about the whole Jose Benavidez teaching Tank something different that Coach Calvin and Coach Kenny
Oh,
hasn't already taught him, and him already having his bad habits, like you have pointed out multiple times, which is 100% facts that there's nobody on this earth that is going to change that, not even Tank Davis, because that's the way he fights. We done seen it 30 fucking times. He
yeah.
doesn't stay behind the jab. The jab is never consistent. He loses a lot of rounds because he takes a lot of punishment throughout rounds until he lands a big shot.
Yeah,
And that's just,
yeah,
I
until
mean,
you
that's
learn
just
that
the
big
habits
shot.
that you have just was speaking about. So that's why I say they're all facts,
Yeah,
all fucking facts, bro. Like
yeah, yeah. And that's the
you're
truth.
not breaking that, Jose. What are you bringing to the table? Him to put the 6 to 8 punch he's already doing that off a 3 to punch combination, knocking niggas
Yeah.
out. He don't need to add more punches to that. Now he trying to kill somebody. Fuck that. Shit. I mean,
No, I watch a lot of people happy for him, but I was looking at it like, bro, like, what is you gonna add? And that's what a lot of fighters, like this is going over there with Andy Lee. You feel me? Only thing people want to see change is Ben Whitaker not doing the gimmicks no more. You feel me? That's the only thing y'all want to see. But if Andy Lee gives Ben Whitaker the chance and opportunity to do his antics, Ben Whitaker gonna do it. So that means nothing really changed. You
right.
know, but that's stuff like with fighters like that, a person can make a motherfucker be like, "Yo, just stop doing all of the antics and just take it serious." You know what I mean? But a fighter that's like him changing Ben Whitaker game, no, Ben Whitaker's still gonna have the same bad habits, y'all. And I'm only talking about him, everybody in the chat, because of his record and him being up and coming. Because a lot of these fighters, you know, they got bad habits. So when you see them go into a new camp, you sometimes you really don't see nothing different. And y'all about to see this shit with Earl Spence. I always said, when you watch Earl when he was a kid, more light on his feet, and in the amateurs, more light on his feet, a little bit more of a better boxer. But when Derrick James used to train him, I always thought Earl Spence was the black Mexican. I always thought Earl James, Derrick James, I call that nigga Earl James. Derrick James turned Earl Spence style into his style. He tried to turn Charlo's style into his style. If people never seen Derrick James fight, I want y'all to go back and see him fight. When y'all watch him fight, y'all gonna be like, damn, he fight just like it. You know, almost changed Carlo just like it. It's like coming to the NBA, like Larry Brown, when niggas used to get drafted to the 60s, he used to change their shot and fucking shot him. You know, like certain fighters, man, like you can't change their bad habits in the game. I don't give a fuck who they trainer is. You know, once a fighter got bad habits, it's going to always be bad habits. And another thing is like this gonna be our first time ever seeing some shit like this. You know, because we gonna be like, damn, what can a? There's no disrespect. What can a Mexican coach teach an African American motherfucker that can see everything and that knows everything? Like, you know, what can you give them and teach them? And I believe nothing. You want to teach them how to stay in the pocket more, you know, take a chance, you know, more chances than he's going to take, you know, just to win that lucky shot. Like, I don't know, or some Wilder type shit. I don't know. It might be on some Malik Scott type shit. You feel me? I don't know.
Them niggas weird is what I do
That's it.
know.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only time I ever seen a fighter change when Malik Scott fought, started to train Deontay Wilder. That shit just was like, Wilder just became worse after that, you know?
Right. Hey man, y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, my boy Louis.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. Yo, you got tuned in, man. Y'all motherfuckers, man. Man, but you know, I be getting zapped. You know, I be arguing with these niggas all on Instagram and
Well,
shit.
tell them to pull up to the
You
channel.
know,
Cause hey, tell them pull up to the channel. Shit, we can debate all night. Cause again, it's facts over opinions. We don't give a fuck
yeah,
about your feelings on this platform. We don't care nothing about your feelings. We want to know the facts. If you prove us wrong, we men, bro. We can accept being wrong, but we're not wrong. This shit doesn't make sense. Y'all still living in these fantasy worlds, and y'all letting these people act like they're not taking the same money and putting it behind the same fighters that are already in that 5%. And it's like
yeah,
there's nothing changing. It's still the same bullshit. It's still the same bullshit. Because you know how I know it's still the same bullshit. We still ain't getting the fights we want.
thank you. We ain't get not one yet, not one. It's just all of this fucking talking, not one, not one, not motherfucking one. And like, only thing I want to know if this Tank and Devin Haney shit really happened. What weight y'all gonna fight at?
Right.
Devin the champion at
Right.
147. You gonna fight at 147, nigga? We seen you weight 147, so nigga, you can't lie and say you can't make 147. You feel me?
Even if he come in at 140, nigga, that's still under 147.
That's still Walter's weight. If one of the divisions, you feel me?
Hey, you still under 147. Only time it's a problem if you came in over 147, and that still ain't a problem. You could just pay a fine and still fight. So it's not a problem.
Yeah.
So I mean, if that's what I'm saying, it don't matter if they fight under Zuffa. It don't matter if they fight under that shit Turkey got. It don't matter if they fight under Top Rank. Just make the fucking fight. We don't give a damn about the name and all that other silly ass shit y'all be talking about. Like if you're not gonna make it happen and blame it on the business of boxing, then that's a coward way out anyways. Because again, my understanding, y'all ain't fighting for the money, you're fighting for the legacy and for the sport and be the best in the sport. And you're not showing me that, because boxing is supposed to be a sport. I'm not telling you you're gonna feed your family regardless. You're going to do that. That's what you do regardless. So you're going to get something. You're gonna feed your family regardless. What about the people that's paying $5,000 and $10,000 to sit front row to watch the fight? Give them something to actually pay for.
Become they favorite.
Like Boost is really doing that. Shout out to Philly. Shout out to that Philly nigga. Because him and Xander, this is a big fight. And then guess what? The next fight was when Fundora is big, or Tim Zoo or Spence is big. The sky's the limit after that. You can keep fighting. Just don't prolong the shit.
Motherfuckers gonna be surprised, you know, Boots winning this shit happen. Motherfuckers gonna be surprised Crawford come back out of retirement.
Right.
No, because you already know that's what they talk about. I don't believe none of that shit. If I was Bud, nigga, stay retired. It ain't nothing to come
There ain't
back
nothing
from.
to prove.
Now, man, these niggas, they're going to make sure they take your O away from you, my brother. Stay undefeated.
And again,
You
that's
come
what we were
back,
just talking about. That's the only time they want to pay for is paid to see you lose.
they're going to give you that 200, and they're going to make sure they take that O from you.
They want to give
Stay
they
retired.
want to give you that. They want to pay for you to lose. They give you so much money to watch somebody take your own, and it don't even change that other person's career 90% of the time.
Yeah. Look. Floyd told you see what Floyd going through. You see all of this shit. All of this smut they putting on Floyd name because he don't want to come back and put his O on the line. Now, no Pacquiao, I understand what I said. Listen, nigga, this shit is an extradition. I mean, it ain't gonna be a real pro fight, and whatever happened. But look at all of the shit he's going through
I
now.
just told
I
you that,
believe
like
that.
I say, Floyd can come back and put that flame up under his butt at any time because he does not have an O on his resume. Until he get that O,
Yeah,
they want him to lose.
yeah, and that's what people don't say. But when you one of those fighters, they coming to see you lose, and you one of those ones, man. And I believe they want to tank. They want to tank out the way. A lot of people came to see if Tank was going to get knocked
That's
out.
exactly
But
why
a
they
lot
was
of
paying. They still gonna pay for Tank. But again, he's in that 5%. He's in that 5%. They got a Dula Mason about to fight on TNT. He ain't in that 5%.
no, he's not. And he put on a show. He put on a show. He put on a show, man. 'Cause I remember back in 2018, 2019, Boots and Virgil was part of that. They wasn't in part of that 5% when you had
Exactly.
Steve
Exactly.
Thurmans and and welterweight, and they didn't give these brothers these chances, and these brothers, Virgil and Boots, was people mandatories and never got the chance and opportunity. While the 5% just fighting amongst each other, making the biggest bag,
Exactly.
and they telling Boots and Virgil, yeah, well, y'all not fighting nobody.
Exactly.
When at the end of the day, them niggas is cleaning up all of the up and coming guys that's ranked. But y'all saying they ain't fighting
Right.
nobody because y'all not giving them a chance and opportunity.
Exactly.
Now, when you look at it, it's 2026. Now they got their chance and
And
opportunity.
that shit makes so much sense to me, bro. That shit makes so much sense. It's crazy how this shit works, bro. It's crazy. But you want me to believe Zuffa finna change something? Or the shit out there in Saudi Arabia finna change something?
They ain't changing
I
shit.
ain't changing shit. I done watched this shit happen over and over and over again.
Why the fuck Usyk ain't gonna give Caballero, but you give Rico Van Haven
A
a shot?
shot. Come on, bro. Weird shit.
You could have gave Moses a time. Like, come on, bro. We don't want to see you keep fighting these old bum ass niggas,
No, we
bro. If
don't
you
want
got
to
the
see you
belt,
do the same shit. Anthony Joshua, same shit. Tyson Fury, all them niggas did the
all you
same
need,
shit. It's just follow the leader. Nigga, Tyson Fury just
yeah,
fought Francis Ngannou, who was not a boxer. Then the other nigga, Anthony Joshua, fought. I think and Francis. All of them like they just following the trend,
nobody,
following Saudi
yeah,
Arabia
all
bag,
nobody,
following the bag.
yeah, all nobodies. Anthony Joshua, you could have fought Moses Thomas. Give these young niggas an
Man,
opportunity and
Ja
chance.
Opata and David Benavidez need to make the fight yesterday. Make the fights.
They need to, you know. I understand both sides. You feel me? And I see me. I'm the type of person like I don't give a fuck who you sign with. Make the fight happen.
Right.
But when we look at J.O. Batai, be like, damn, bro, you just was the IBF champion.
Right.
Why give that up for a Zuffa belt? Like, come on, bro.
Don't you?
Like,
what is Zuffa like? What is that? It's just a different name. What is he doing? Like now you can't even fight David Benavidez because they don't want to do business with Zuffa again. That's not sanctioned. So I mean, what's the point of even like? And again, you're not bringing up no new fighters. You're taking the niggas that's already well renowned. So it doesn't.
yeah,
It doesn't really. It doesn't calculate to me.
So now when we get the McKellian fight,
Like somebody want to see that shit.
But the fights that we really want to see, man, they got to make this shit happen.
And the only fight this summer that's worth watching, and I swear the summer to me is June, July, and part of August into May. I would say June. Yeah. The only fight we really got worth watching, God honest truth, is the Boots and Xander Zayas. After that, ain't shit else on, man. Ain't nobody trying to see that shit. I mean, I ain't even trying to see the Albert Bell and Abdullah Mason. Ain't nobody trying to see that shit neither. I ain't trying to see none of this shit they putting together, bro. Abdullah Mason should be fighting Raymond Mortal in the unification. They just,
I mean, because we ain't wanted the Abdullah Mason and Joe Cordina
at all.
Now the Albert Bell just came out of nowhere. We like, what the fuck?
He supposed to be fighting Andy Cruz. Now he fighting him. Like, bro, you could have made, and Raymond Mortal just fought and just beat Andy Cruz. He ain't fought in damn. How long? That's been 2 to 3 months ago. Like, make the fight happen, bro.
Shit crazy, bro.
Like, make the fucking fight happen, bro.
So far this year, the biggest fight we're gonna get is Boots and Xander.
Right.
None knows. Everybody just blowing. I mean, it's all gas.
And then, like I say, all this Devin Haney and Keyshawn and Devin Haney and all of this shit, but it's 4 champions in that division, and ain't nobody trying to unify the belts. But you want me to believe in the sport of boxing? Now y'all got it how y'all want to. You got a champion, Lewis Crocker, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero. None of them trying to unify with each other, and there's so much talk about Shakur and Devin Haney, the best fight in boxing, and Devin Haney and Keyshawn. Yeah, we get that. Great. Y'all ain't gonna make the fight happen. Make these niggas unify in the process.
Liam Pyro, the new champion.
Who?
Liam Pyro. Pyro with us.
The champion will.
Yeah, he just beat Lewis Crocker this morning.
Stop it.
Yeah, they gave it to him.
So at the end of the day, that means he defended his belt and then unified against 3 other champions. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So that's bullshit. Ain't nobody find no fight, but it's 4 champions in 1 division. Come on.
Crazy.
Come on, man.
Crazy. Then you got Jack Catterall with the WBA regular. Nah, man.
There's too many fucking, like, there's too much bullshit, dog. And Jack Catterall right now, if he's a world champion regular, why he ain't making $5 to $10 million? But y'all got so much money over here with Zoof and everything else. Instead of starting a whole bunch of a whole new company, just invest in a company that's already there and get the regular champions fight so they can fight the super champions and we can make some shit happen. Boss can be on 3 times a week. You can have boxing on all year 3 times a week of world championship fights. Motherfuckers showing up, showing out, betting, making money. Niggas don't work no job sometimes off of winning so much money on these boxing matches and shit like that. So why not make it into a year-round sport? It's you got all these fighters out here that want the fame and want the success. Give them opportunity.
And we got all these promotional companies. Right. Every week should be a new championship fight or a new great fight. The world should want to see.
You got Zuffa Top Rank, PBC, Matchroom, Queensberry, this person, that person. Shit.
Main Event, Pro Box, Box Lab, Red Owl, DSM. Like, bro, there's so many promotional companies out here with good fighters. Like, you got the young kid, D'Angelo Evans, you know. You got Atif Overton. Like, you got a lot of up and coming fighters that's out there that need the light need to shine on these people. You know, like Box Lab got Killer Gomes in them over there. You got like Blasphal Saint, Pro Box. When the last time Blasphal Saint had a fight? Like, I understand Najee Lopez, but come on, man, Blasphal Saint, he putting shit to sleep. People want to see that. People want to see him.
They don't have a budget for him. They ain't got a budget for him, but they got a budget to start a whole new company in Zuffa Boxing. That's the bullshit I'm saying.
And he's one of those type fighters. When he knocking so much people out so many times, people gonna come to pay to see him lose.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
like crazy. And yeah, it's a lot of these fighters out here nice, man. You know, I think the Pagan brothers. I've been watching a couple of up and coming fighters, man. You know, because I be watching all types of, like I said, Red Out, DSM, grassroots. I even watch some Africa type shit, bro. You know, they got some hitters over there. They got some hitters over there.
Yeah.
You know, but then they got some bootleg, undisputed type motherfuckers. You know what I mean? That look like the undisputed game type shit. But yeah, I watch everything, man. And I'm glad you brought up this topic because none of the light get shines on them people, man. And it's only the top 5%. You know, none of the light get shines on them. And when a fighter end up fighting them, it'd be like, who's this guy? He's a tune-up. He's a bum. How I rank people, let's say it's 50,000 fighters in the world out of 8 billion people, right? Or 500,000 fighters. You know, I always rank the top elite from A, B, C, D. You got your you got your A plus, A minus, B plus, B minus, C plus, C minus fighters. But they all elite fighters. Why? Because those are the top 50K of the world, my people, and everybody in the chat in the world. That's why I'm saying it. When these fighters get in the ring and take two to tango, I don't give a fuck if it's a person we don't know. It's our job to know them. Why? Because we only so focused, like my brother A said, is we only focus on the 5%, which is more. We should focus on 100%. The rest of the 95% instead of the 5%.
Right.
There's another 95% out there that light me to shine on. You know, and Duke got they got like 9 billion. Let's say they got over like $3 billion. If you got $3 billion, shine light on the 95%
Right.
instead of the 5%.
Right.
5% is already established. So that 95, the light should be on. All of that money should be on that 95%. Bring up these new up and coming fighters that a lot of these fighters that these commentators don't know. So when you bring in up and coming fighters, be like, yo, they built them fighters. They built them. Oh, that nigga nice. Oh, that nigga this. Oh, that nigga that. Like, bro, you got great fighters out there that y'all can shine the light on.
Right.
You know, y'all can give the opportunity too, but you know, y'all not really giving them the opportunity because y'all still focus on the 5%. Still focus on the 5%. Even the 5% that's washed up, that's who y'all focus on. And y'all still trying to build y'all company on niggas who got losses and don't sell tickets. But we understand the game with y'all because some people saying for contracts is real crazy. I don't know. You feel me?
Right.
I just seen what I saw, but I seen the fighter and the coach said, yeah, that shit came across our desk. We sent that shit back. No can do. I can't do that. And I was like, damn, y'all got all of that money, and y'all being stingy with the money. But y'all want to talk about paying these other fighters all of this money, and Devin Haney still ain't get that 100 million yet.
Ain't gonna get it. Ain't gonna get it, Lou. He ain't gonna get it, bro. Them folks ain't got 100 grand to give him. Then you gotta pay Shakur because when his extension come up, he gonna be like, "You just gave Devin 100. I want 120." Now you gotta come up with that for him. Then the next go, you gave him 120. I need 150. That shit gonna work just like football contract.
And it's just like Conor Ben, right? Y'all gave Conor Ben 15 million for the Regis fight. When he re-signed, how much did y'all give him again?
He damn sure got more than 15.
You feel me?
He ain't gonna sign back from 15 or less.
How much did Richardson Hitchens get? And he was a champion.
Exactly. You gotta pay all these people. What about Berlanga? You know his ass ain't doing nothing for that no money. All that fake ass drew.
How much y'all gave Ryo?
You niggas get on my nerve. All of them niggas. I can't stand none of them.
These niggas just throwing out numbers, gassing up the game. We want to know how much you gave these fighters. You know?
I really don't give a damn how much they gave him, Louis. What I care about them, they actually find some worthy competition.
And that,
The shit that Richardson, Henderson, and Balaga finna put on. Who the fuck are they fighting? And don't tell me it's somebody that y'all really believe finna be the next superstar in the sport of boxing. Put on people that's actually worth it.
if I'm not mistaken, Hitchens fighting some guy named
Yeah,
Silas.
I know the
I think
names.
it's
I know who they are, and I saw the potential, but there's not much. There's not no superstar capability in these fighters. It's fights to get them back on their level, their upcoming fights, for them to get back to that position. But what position when you're not sanctioned by any sanctioning bodies? So you can't have no world
yeah,
championship fights. The same thing that David Benavidez was saying about Joe Patel. You're not going over there to fight on no damn Zuffa. Same shit.
yeah, that's correct. That's a fact though. That nigga went over there on witness protection.
Yeah, but what we're saying is no matter if Zuffa signed Conor Ben or not, how lit is the flame on Conor Ben? Do you in your heart think Conor Ben, and I'm talking to we fight all night, do you really think Conor Ben is finna get back to that A plus status? Especially going out there and either
Over at my charge.
taking a draw or a loss versus a Shakur or a Ryan Garcia, or who the fuck is out there to fight Conor Ben? Come on, man. Conor been doing that shit for money. Like all of it. It's all about money, bro. And it's only so much money. That's why you ain't seeing fights and fights and fights back to back to back. Cause they can't have them like that. It ain't that much money. Niggas gotta go make the money so they can go to the fights. Cause we make the fights happen, the fans. That's why they should be giving us what we want to see. And not this bullshit. Without us supporting and paying for them front row seats and all the way up to the nosebleed and the commercials and everything else, they ain't making no damn money. So put on the fights we want to see. That's all we asking. That ain't asking for much. We don't give a damn if they fighting under Zuffa. Let me see what he say. Then they resign him for $5 million and fight for Roman alone worth. I think he's down for 4 fights, $5 million per Zuffa signing. Conor Ben was clearly to spite Eddie Hearn and to show the power of the game. The money people think bosses are getting is a real. And that goes back to me saying these fighters living in fantasy land. That's hey, bro. Hit the panel, bro. Come up here and talk with me and Louis. That's what I'm saying, bro. These fighters ain't making that money that they think they making, bro.
Yeah,
And we
and
don't.
that's what
I
we
don't
talking
care
about.
about the money, but that's what's making these unrealistic gestures that these people are talking about. I don't care about the money. We just want to see the fight, and we don't give a damn who they fight under. Whether it's the Zone, whether it's HBO, whether it's Showtime, whether it's Zuffa, we don't give a damn about all that shit. Just put the fights on. I'm tired of every other ad with all these matchmakers on YouTube, and these fights never fucking happen. Or it takes 5 to 6 years to happen. Hit the link, bro. Come up here and chop it up. I ain't trying to sit here and read to try to answer all your damn questions.
Yeah, that's fact though. But listen. Let me see on phone. So I have to. But the fighters want the money though.
Right.
You heard me fight all night. The fighters want the money. Signing UK UFC fighter. Eddie Hearn got the right though. Eddie Hearn got the right to sign him. And he got the money for him. If he got the money for him, damn right I'ma sign him.
Right.
See what man, this motherfucker doing strong. My fault, y'all. Sorry.
Hey Louis, are you going to that Boost fight or you gonna be in Philly?
I'm on house arrest. I wish I could. If I wasn't on house arrest, I would have won. I go to all his fights. You know what I
I
mean?
know.
The last John was on before I got on house arrest and shit. Uh, that was the John and
So,
with the Jersey
hey,
fight.
so how do you feel about that undercard?
I like I like all of the undercards. I like all of the fights. It's a cool card. You like the
I
card?
love it. I love it. I think, hey, listen,
Yo,
I
his
just think I
fighter,
can't
yo,
be out there in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying, to watch the shit.
yo, that's a fire card. But people don't know, yo, that card
That
lit.
card lit as fuck.
Card lit. You got motherfucking Emiliano Bryce Mills. You got Pop Pop. Then what it is, you got motherfucking Jahad Tucker, Cedeno
Right,
and shit.
right.
You got a fire card, man.
Hey, New York gonna be
You got
lit.
Thomas. You got, I mean, one of the Boots fighters on the card. You know, opening up. The card's cool.
Hey, like, so what do you think about this, man? This Tank Davis return? I like your honest opinion. Do we get a Tank Davis fight in 2026, bro?
Hopefully, I think so.
You think?
I think
Do
so.
you think he's mentally ready?
Yeah, I believe he is. I believe he is. Um, I believe a lot of this shit been caparoni, but you know how these fighters is with women, and that's what a lot of us, which a lot of us do know, but at least a lot of these casuals need to understand is, a lot of these fighters really be soft and sensitive, man. And it's just like with him, he just whatever his problem is. But we nigga, we want to see you fight. You know, you've been out the ring for a year. You know, you got the boxing world in the uproar. You know, um, you got to make it happen. You got your fake burner account. You calling everybody out. Niggas posting their weight. Uh, supposedly y'all sent Devin Haney something. If the fight really going to happen, don't have fans and high hopes because we really want to see you back. Boxing miss you, boxing need you. We want to see how Tank looking. We glad we're going to see how Spence looking on his first fight back. But we want to see Tank. And when you come back, who you going to fight? Is it really going to be Dev or is it really going to be Shakur? Because we just seen it could have been Kid Schofield. Hopefully you signed the contract, and next thing you know, you was like, fuck the contract and just end up vacating. And shout out to Kid Schofield becoming a new WBA champion. It doesn't matter how you got it. And that's another thing I want to talk about. I'm tired of people calling these fighters email champions if the person ducked them. You gotta stop that shit.
Right.
If the nigga ducked, like call a spade a spade. You feel me? And as long as I'm around, I'm always call a spade a spade. Because if I feel as though a fighter ain't gives that certain fighter the opportunity and chance, and you just say, fuck it, I'm a slide and go over here, and you ain't fight nobody yet, that's a duck, you know? But if you fighting a person with a bigger name, I don't consider it a duck,? So we're going to find out in a month or two who can't go fight. And if he's fighting Dev or Shakur, then it's not a duck. But if you ain't fight nobody and you really take this whole year off, nigga, you a duck.
Right, right. And again, that's why I'm saying go right in to not fighting no tune-up fight, but going to unify the belt. Don't go, oh, I'm gonna fight the next person in line, giving a mandatory the next one up. No, go ahead and unify to keep your reign going, to show that you're not an email champion. And that's the part I got mad about with everybody with Boots. When Boots got handed the belt by Crawford, Boots fought Stanionis and became the ring champion. That's the you
Yeah,
get what I'm saying? So it ain't like he went out there and was fighting no tune-ups or nothing. So
yeah,
again, it's like it's about what you do once you get that belt. How you gonna keep that flame going? It don't matter if they emailed it to you or not because it could have been off an injury and the fighter just was done, can't return. Now you gonna still call him an email champ? No, you can't do that.
yeah.
That shit ain't right.
You can't
Especially
do
if
that.
you go out there and fight, unify the belt and win another belt. Now you fought another champion.
Yep.
So it's all
Yeah.
in what you do to keep you going towards or keep you in that 5% bracket so you can keep that fan base that brings that income. And that's not
Yeah.
to say we worried about them or money watching or money pocket. We're saying that because we wanted to tell them it's okay to make the fights happen. You're going to get your money regardless. Because there's only
You
so
gonna
many of y'all in that 5%. If you beat the niggas in the 5%, then who is there else to talk about other than up and comer for them to beat you? Think about it. When Floyd Mayweather went from Pretty Boy to Money Mayweather, he beat everybody in that 5%. So what they had to go do? Oscar De La Hoya, who lost to Floyd Mayweather, that was in that 5%, had to go get a young bull like Canelo to get his young bull to try to beat him. Now the next person, Andre Berto, who's a young bull, to try to beat him. This young bull try to Victor Ortiz, young bull try to beat him. You got to go get a young bull to try to beat him now because he beat everybody in the 5%. Now everybody paying for him to lose. Come on,
And you know
bro.
what's so crazy?
Niggas don't want to talk this
Floyd
game how
never
we
gave
really
Paul
talking,
Williams the
Louis.
opportunity. You feel me?
What'd you say?
I said Floyd never gave Paul Williams the opportunity. You feel me?
Right.
You know, and that and to me, he wasn't part of that 5% because,
He
like,
wasn't.
even though he
He
had
wasn't.
the good,
He wasn't. And that's why I'm telling you, everybody ain't gonna get that opportunity.
yeah, there's a lot of niggas gonna get that opportunity, man.
But it's a lot of niggas that did. That nigga beat
Yeah,
everybody in that 5%. Everybody.
hey, that's crazy. You know, and that's crazy how earlier we talked about it, like how Bud just got his opportunity, Big Rule Bitterby. Like them boys been like motherfuckers been around for a very long time, y'all.
And Bud would lose his opportunity tomorrow. The only thing gonna happen if he lose a fight, he would lose everything tomorrow. It's all, but Canelo can go out there and lose and stay on top. That's what I'm saying.
You see how they put, hey, you see how they putting that shit on Boots? If Boots lose, he the biggest hijack. Yo, why y'all do that to great fighters? Cause y'all know
because
he's the
everyone is
great.
in a certain avenue. They're taking the sport and turning it into entertainment. That's all they're doing, bro. Same thing they did with EJ. Same thing. If Boost lose to Xander, they're gonna do him the same way as EJ. He gonna have to take a vacation,
Yep.
but he's not going to do that. Boost is the best.
You know, he about to fuck Xander up, yo. I'm sorry, man. He about to fuck Xander up. You know, and I'll keep it real. Like these Regans, they gotta chill. They gotta chill with that shit. You know, like we in Philly, us Philly Regans gonna give a listen. We ain't trying to hear none of that. Xander
Hey,
getting his
bro,
ass kicked.
bro, I
And he
ain't
did
this
his
shit in
shit.
like 3 weeks, bro. I swear to God, Saturday night, there's nothing gonna stop me from getting Jamaican fried chicken, Jamaican jerk chicken, rice and peas, cabbage,
Yeah.
cabbage, and macaroni and cheese for that motherfucking Boots fights, bro. I'm waiting, like, bro. I'm gonna feast, and I know he gonna feast. He gonna eat, bro.
Yeah.
He gonna
I
eat,
mean,
bro.
dang, this is gonna be one of those ones.
He's gonna be one of them
He
ones.
gonna
Every penny
my
worth
sister.
it. Tune in Saturday night, June 27th, man. Hey man, you going live for the fight? We gonna do it live?
Yeah. My man, we fight on like said he was gonna do it. We can do it. We on it
Bro,
then.
we own it. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. We own it. We going live. Whoever want to pull up, we gonna do the commentary. You know, hey, bro,
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to talk. I wanted to like chop it up with you. I don't know how to private chat on this shit, but shit, I wanted to chop because I know you moving like that now on here, so wanted to see about, you know what I'm saying? We,
And I know once I get off house arrest, man, I'm gonna be popping up at gyms. You know, my goal is like we talking about. I'm gonna shine light on the other 95%. All of the upper the amateurs,
right,
the up and coming pros. That's my goal to shine the light on them. Um, the people that I be debating with, arguing with, you know, if we come across each other, leave me alone. I'm a felon. Leave me alone. I'm trying to walk off this probation. But if you want to spar, I got no problem going to the gym and putting the gloves on. You feel me? You whoop my ass, you whoop my ass. Nigga, you don't. And I'm gonna whoop your ass. You know what I mean? But you a pro. So 9 times out of 10, you won't end up tuning me up, but we're gonna respect each other at the end of the day. You know, but yeah, if you don't do no dumb shit, I'm not gonna talk about it. But you can't tell me how I feel. You know, I'm gonna talk about how I feel. So you know, when I get off this shit, man, it's gonna be a lot of moving around, man. It's gonna be a lot of moving around, you know.
right,
And that's something I can't wait to do. I can't wait to do it. Can't wait to do it. You know, because I'm mad I can't show up to this fight. You know, I'm mad I can't show up to certain other fights that's happening around the tri-state area. You know,
right,
and I want to be here for these fights, man. You know, like shout out Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer just called out Frank Martin. That's a good fight for both of them brothers. You know, especially the performance Frank Martin coming off a draw with Wu Albright. Shout out to Tevin Farmer, got a victory over, if I'm not mistaken, he got a knockout. You know, coming back off the Kid Austin knockout. You know, and you get knocked out in the first round, you come back, get like a first, second round knockout. You know, yourself. You know, so you redeem. No, I can't really say you redeemed because you ain't get the round in, but you know, you came back and gave yourself a spark, another spark. So call out Frank Martin. You know, that's a good one for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We fight all night. You know, Zan, listen. Hey, we fight all night. You know, Bernie trying to fight me yesterday, right? Bernie the
tried
boxer.
to fight
I'm
you.
on Mill.
Tell them to pull up.
Yeah, I was
I
the one
think
on Mill saying
that
boxing.
nigga for
He was calling pussies and shit. I was the person he was calling a pussy. I'll fuck you up. Bragg, I'm coming to Philly. I'm gonna stay at your house. I'm gonna beat him up. I was the guy he was talking to. You know what I mean? I'll whoop Bernie ass, man. Bernie, stop playing.
no smoke my nigga Louis Ben.
Oh, that's the problem is, yo, don't think us niggas from, because we in the streets and whatever we chose to do with our life or niggas got jobs, don't think we don't know how to fight. You know what I mean? Don't think that, nigga, because Pat Man, like I got my uncles, my father, but nigga, in the street, nigga, Pat Man had us locked the fuck up, throwing that shit. You know what I mean? And if you know Pat Man, motherfuckers need to know. Yeah, yeah, we fight all night on Mill. Yeah, I was on Mill City yesterday. You know what I mean? Everybody knows Pat Man. Pat Man is one of the legendary Pat Mans, Cut Mans, etc. You know, especially here in Philadelphia. He was on Creed. When you watch Creed, that's Pat Man on there when I seen Richardson. You know what I mean? And y'all probably seen Pat Man a lot of times when I seen with Bernard and the old coach in Bernard Corner. Bro, that nigga talk, man. Hey Bernie, think it's sweet, nigga. Think it's sweet, you know? But I love that shit. I love to do it, you know. I love to get on Aiden Ross, you know, box, put on a performance, you know, because I love to do it. I love this shit. Like I make music. I love to rap because it's a hobby to me. I just love to rap. I just love to do it, you know. And I'm glad me being on House Arrest helped me build this platform, you know, especially with y'all, you know doing this restream shit, put my music on it. I learned this shit from you, my brother. You know what I mean? Building. I mean, you was one of the first persons. I forgot who we did the interview with. It was a bit with Telez. You put me on with Telez. When we did the interview with Telez, we did the interview. It was a big guy. It was a big ass manager at the time. You know, with my son Naeem. Like I did all. I learned all this shit through you, my brother, and I always represent. You know that H Money Mob situation. And a lot of niggas see me coming. Oh, that's one of H guys. Yeah, nigga, that's my nigga. What's up? Know what I mean? Y'all niggas bad because we cook niggas. We flame boil you niggas because we tell the truth. Y'all know we tell the truth. Y'all know we bank like that's all we stand for. We trying to shine light on everybody. The sport of boxing. Y'all turn it into a wrong type of business, you know, and y'all making it so WWE is shit looking fake sometimes with bad stoppages. These stoppages be bad. These bad judges with these badass scorecards be super duper crazy. That's the shit that need to be fixed in boxing. And there shouldn't be nothing wrong with the Ali Act. It should be more teeth. But if the Ali Act is for the fighters, the Ali Act should be all around the world. And it should be for boxers and fighters, like UFC fighters included, all around the world, not just based on here, America. And for Turkey and them to come in here and attack the Ali Act and trying to revamp it, it shouldn't be called the Ali Act, like Nico Welch said. But at the end of the day, it shows you that they bring in the dictators, like Tio Primo said, he's a dictator, is the dictator, and bringing communism to boxing. You got to remember his country lives by the Sharia law, so it's sort of like communism. But at the end of the day, he's sick in the head, and we mean literally, whatever's going on with his brain, hopefully he get well. But at the end of the day, it's like y'all coming over here attacking our shit, and I'm here for the fighters. I want the fighters to get more money. I want all of the fighters to get great money, even the 95%. The 95%, them niggas should be making. If they $10,000 fighters, turn them niggas into $30,000 fighters. You feel me? The $50,000 fighters, turn them niggas into a $250,000 fighters. The fighters that you got a $500,000, and they've been making a $500,000 a fight throughout the last 3 years, they should be at least 1.5 right now. And so on for each one, but let everybody make money, but show light on the up and coming fighters. Even though you got fighters coming through the club circuit and the shitman circuit, like for instance, I watched Xander Zayas says the dumbest shit out of his mouth. Xander, you got signed to Top Rank when you were 16 years old, right? You get signed to Top Rank when you were 16 years old. That's 2019. Your whole record is built on the club shitman circuit, but you're signed with a big promotion. Like, how fucking dumb is you? Like, you can go to your box rec right now and fuck with that record. Say, hit that nigga name. When you hit that nigga name, you like, damn, that nigga got 30 losses. But why right here only say one loss? Because they dressing it up to make it look something that it's not. Everything in the jar ain't dro, and everything that glitter ain't gold. I learned that shit when I was a kid when I used to rob niggas. Run up in the crib thinking that nigga got money. That nigga only got 1,500 in the crib. I just did all that shit for nothing. Once you run in the crib, catch it. Like, come on, I call cases for this shit. You know what I mean? And that's one thing I learned in life. And the eye test that I see with him, and I know he's gonna come in like probably like 180 this fight, because the nigga look bony as shit, and I watched Boots call him bony, but the nigga look bony as shit when he got out the car and they met. This was like on Monday, but by him rehydrating, he's gonna be kind of slow in the second half of the fight. And just by watching the George Perez, especially the Abbas Baru fight, in the second half of the fight, when you fought a T-Move Crawford, bro, them niggas is ass. Them niggas is ass. And if Boots would have fought them, he would have knocked them out, and people would have been talking, oh, he still fought nobody. But now Stan Jonas is a nobody, a Roman Villa is a nobody, a Castillo Clayson is a nobody, a motherfucker, Sergey Lipinus is a nobody. Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all people be reaching, and these fighters, what's the guy named Carlos Juan Abreu, whatever his fucking name is, Abreu. He fought a lot of tough competition and beat some of the fighters that highly ranked the 5%. And Jerron Boots Ennis was the only fighter to knock him out. And that fighter, if I'm not mistaken, he was like 6'1", 71 arms. Because people always say Boots always fought smaller fighters. He fought fighters that were taller than him too, y'all. But the world is about to see what's going to take place Saturday. And I just dislike that. Just how these weaker motherfuckers that just be talking out their ass that think they know about boxing. We feel like Boots ain't that guy. We seen Xander fight a southpaw, Patrick Sherman, right?
Right.
Went the distance with him. That's your first. If I'm not mistaken, shout out my co-host Santos Boxing that was on here earlier. Santos even brought it up. It's like, damn, bro, if I'm not mistaken, that's the only southpaw he fought. And that I know of Xander, if I'm not mistaken, ain't Xander a southpaw? Like naturally, but he fight lefty, you know? So we gonna see. That's what I hear. I heard Xander's a natural lefty. He right with his left hand. He's a natural lefty, but he fight orthodox. So, bro, you can switch it a little bit, but you ain't Boots, my nigga. And to say Boots got flat feet is like, bro, I watched this nigga say the dumbest shit in the world, man. You know, you just need to worry about getting your head off the line because that head is right there. That nigga head is so big, that shit right there is right there. Yeah, he doesn't respond well taking his hits. He don't. We fight all night. He don't. Nah, I ain't see that. His bike ain't gonna work in that fight. He's gonna gas out. He's gonna be heavy. When he rehydrate, that nigga gonna come in that ring on fight night. He's gonna come in over 175, 180. Why? And that's gonna be crazy if they let the nigga come in like what? Oh my god, they let the nigga come in like what? Oh my god, New York. This to me, this fight should have been in Vegas. Vegas is even ground. You feel me? I'll put that shit in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Fight back out there, but and listen, they gotta give Boots his respect after this fight. You know, staying the owners, then Xander. Like, come on, bro. They gotta give it to him. They gotta give him his flowers, man. Being a two divisional unified champion. Oh my God. You got to. You got to. You know? And this is one thing I want to tell people, right? Now, y'all, the world see what fighter needed two tune-ups. Y'all seen the fighter who needed two tune-ups. Because Virgil coming back, then he going to be fighting the tune-up. But Lubin and whoever he fight next is the two tune-ups Virgil needed, y'all. Y'all knew who needed the tune-up. Because when y'all say he wanted to fight a tune-up, the nigga wouldn't fart standing Jonas and be... Because when you're a boxer, you want to win the belt. You want to go in the ring and you want to fight for that championship and you want to take that shit from that nigga. You want to beat him up. You want to take it from him. And when it's over, you want to hear and then and you want your hand to be raised. You don't want some shit to be Gmailed or emailed to you like, well, you've been elevated to become full champion because such ain't wanted to fight you. Then you got niggas calling you, well, you're the email champion instead of saying, yo, that nigga ducked me. Why y'all not on his ass for ducking me? You know? But some fighters that's doing that and going that route, some fighters is taking big fights. But what Bud did to Boots to go fight Madrimov was the craziest shit I ever seen, bro. So you had Jerron Boots finishing mandatory again. You had Brian Norman Jr. there. You had Mario Barrios, and you had Stanley Onis with the regular. Bro, you could have fought any one of those four fighters. You ain't had to fight Boots. You could have fought any one of those four to defend your undisputed status. You became undisputed how many times and still never defended your undisputed status? And yo, I want to ask you a question, right?
Yeah.
If you don't pay, let's say I fight for undisputed, right? And I win, but I don't pay my sanctioning fee for one belt, and I'm still undisputed.
No.
No, right?
No.
All right.
No.
That's all right. No, that's crazy, right? That's crazy how they can still call a person undisputed. They did that shit to T.O. They did that shit to T.O., man. They did that shit to T.O., man. And that was fucked up how they did T.O. What you think about that Tio and Rolly fight?
I think it's bullshit,
You think it's bullshit?
and that's one reason why I don't respect Undisputed. Come on, it's because you have four champions in a division. As you told me, one just lost tonight, and they can be unified. But you're telling me you bringing somebody up from another division that's lower to fight a champion that should be unified.
Yeah,
That's what I was just speaking on. Shit like that, just dumb shit. But you're telling me you're doing something to make the sport great again. You're not.
crazy. And you want to know what's going to be crazy about that situation too is Liam Pyro is already scheduled to fight Patty Donovan. It's crazy. How like we need some unifications
Right.
in that division.
Somebody need to
Like
fight.
too many champions and unification. And it's the crazy thing is everybody talking to everybody else who ain't got a title.
Right.
Devin Haney ain't nothing but Shakur and Keyshawn. Nigga, go fight Ryan
Fight
then.
Ryan. Get your shit back.
That's the biggest fight in boxing right now, my brother. That unification bout, that rematch, that grudge match, that should do numbers. That's the fight we want to see. That's the fight we want to see. But I know I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see him get his lick back. Cause I thought how Dev got his old back with some bitch ass shit. If he would have stood with the laws, I always said, right, if Devin Haney would have stood with the laws to this day, we would have been saying he a warrior. When he came back and fought Jose Ramirez, we wouldn't never been saying that nigga was running. We would have been like, yo, that nigga footwork crazy. When he fucked Brian Norman up, we would have been the world would have been glazing Devin Haney if he would have kept that loss. Why? Because the nigga never gave up in that Ryan fight. He kept getting dropped, got up, run that shit. Kept getting dropped, got up, run that shit. You know what I mean? On some on some real true soldier type shit. But how he got his old back, I ain't like it. I'm like, oh, bro, that's a bitch ass
Right.
shit.
Don't fight
And you fuck
Ryan.
with Victor Conte, nigga. You fuck with Victor Conte, you want to say a nigga on steroids. Okay, fuck on.
Shit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking, like, if even with the whole Shakur fight, you a champion. You got one belt. There's so many other fighters you can fight right there. Niggas still go
Yeah.
come out and see you. Why you so worried about a catch weight and everything else? Defend the belt you got in the unification. Pops, come here.
And he don't. And the nigga don't.
Right,
You got Gary Antoine Russell right
right.
there. Dalton Smith. Go get that easy money. Take that shit from me. You got Dalton Smith right there and damn, Hickey gave up the IVF, so
They
it's
wasn't
gonna
gonna
be
fight no ways. All this brother shit.
yeah, like who's gonna be Delgado? Delgado will fight for the IVF or something.
Right.
So
Weird shit.
yeah, 140. Unified 140. But I'm gonna be real, he could have stood at 135, man. Yeah, it's smoke down there.
Right.
Could have got fought Bailey Montoya. You know what I mean?
All of them.
Yeah,
For everybody.
yeah, IBF route was a Raymond Montoya.
Come on, bro. Come on, man.
Damn. That was
Well, shit, I gotta hit. I gotta get to the job, bro. I'm gonna get with you later.
I said, I'm gonna holler at you. I appreciate you. And thanks for all y'all pulling up. I appreciate you. We fight all right. What up, man? I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate all y'all pulling up, tuning in today, man. You know, it's been a while. Shout out my coach, shout out to boxing. Shout out my brother H pulling up, man. It's been a while, man. You know what it is, and we on it, man. I guess we're gonna be live. You feel me? Fight night, grinding these niggas up. I gotta make sure these niggas keep the radio down because I ain't trying to have the live get cracked. You know what I mean, but I want to know why they only do that shit to me. Because I be watching people videos and these niggas playing all types of music in the background. But when it come to me, y'all want to give me copyright strikes. Like, what the fuck? I can't stop what's being played in the background. I can't stop none of that. So, please tighten up on that. And, no, we up on out of here, man. But yeah, my brother we fight all night. He's doing it live. We're gonna pull up over there for a while, and then I'm gonna shoot live. Me, Sean, and H Money gonna be, commentating that shit. And like I say, we're gonna have two lives on, but before we go live, we're gonna go pull up when we fight all night. Go show my brother some love, some support. You know, probably see you see the Bill Whitaker fight on that job. Listen, man, that car lit, yo. That fucking car lit. That shit flaming. But I'm up on out of here, man. I appreciate you, man. It's all facts. You know what it is. It's all facts, no opinion, sport podcast. We don't let none of the marinade. We get straight to the sauce, everything saucy. We up on out of here. Dollar. Hey, we fight all night. I'm gonna get at you. Hey, son.